Hello, you need to scoot in. Welcome to Casual Friday stream. We're two noobs. We're bad at this, and we've already got a match going down. TJ is unfortunately out. We have no idea where he is, but he's out.
He just disappeared, huh?
Yeah. All right, so we have a match already. All right. I think we good. I think we're good. All right.
Try and get into camera here.
Yeah. For what it's worth.
Okay.
I can also just. Oh, wrong way. Whatever.
Close enough.
Woo! Close enough. All right. So you know all about Legacy, and I'm gonna imagine you have. It doesn't really matter because Ian's playing Blue-White Enchantments, and that's not really an established Legacy deck.
Yeah.
So we got Ian on the play. We don't really know what he's doing. Also, give us some slack because TJ is always on this side where I'm at, and there's like a lot of buttons. There's like 400 buttons approximately.
Yeah, I'd probably blow the computer up if I was on that side. It wouldn't be good.
Is there a timer? A timer is going home. Man, we got it. Lower the camera slightly.
Okay. Alright, better?
I think it's just our height difference is a much bigger difference.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, who would you give the edge in this match?
Well, I'm biased because I think Rogue Delver's like one of the best decks in Legacy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd still go with Rogue Delver. So
this is Legacy. I believe everything should say Legacy.
I think so.
Yeah.
Does it?
Also, we are so unprepared, woefully unprepared.
So, Dylan just dazed a Rest in Peace, which is fairly crucial for Rogue Delver because it turns off Tarmogoyf and Nimble Mongoose. So,
yeah. I think the last time I was talking to Ian, he loves to talk about his decks. And because he built this in Modern, and he wanted to build the Legacy version, and it includes the he wanted to include stuff. I think like Karmic Justice. Oh man, so I can't remember. It was so long ago. I've had a very long day.
So there's an E on 2 coming down from Ian, which is it's okay. Like it turns off Tarmogoyf, which. Is meh, and you can catch them with Stifle when they activate, so that's a lot of value. Yeah, I think Dylan's in pretty good spot so long as he finds the threat soon.
TJ would be killing us right now.
Why?
Because we're bad at chalking. See, the problem is like TJ is so good at filling up space, and we're not. Like, I don't know what to say. Like, Ian's playing all basic lands. Also,
Dylan just wasted Ian, which is pretty good, but after 4 mana, like, Rogue Delver is kind of off of the mana control game at this point. Like, he has 4 basics, so Dylan can't really do anything about that.
Yeah.
Another problem is Ian has a back to basics in hand, which Rogue Delver can't answer once it resolves. So unless Dylan has a Spell Pierce for it, that's probably going to resolve. Spell Pierce or Force.
I don't remember how to show cards.
Or actually, I guess not Spell Pierce, but in sandbagging his Crocus for, I guess, the second Wasteland.
TJ, what button do I do to show the cards? Found it. Scroll down. For everyone who doesn't know what Back to Basics does, non-basics do not untap during their controller's untap phases.
Yep.
So it's one-sided in this case.
Yeah.
I don't think Dylan's playing around it at all.
No, like you really can't.
Yeah, especially in a 3-color deck.
Like Rogue Delver can untap its lands. It can still daze stuff under Back to Basics, and it presumably could have a basic island, which I haven't seen in lists forever. Like, it's not the end of the world. You can still force in days, and if you've resolved your clock, you don't really care. But it's still pretty bad.
Ian just enlightened tutored, put a rest in peace on top.
So that's pretty good.
Pretty good. Shrinks the nimble mongoose. Shrinks the Tarmogoyf.
Yeah, this is pretty interesting. Like, you don't. Okay, so there's the back to basics, which that I almost want to say you don't care about it at this point, knowing that there's a rest in peace in hand. Because
but it does let him keep him tapped down to help a little bit to resolve his rest in peace, just a little bit.
It does, but Rug Delver, Dylan, he's kind of flooded at this point. Like, you have 4 lands, so you don't really care, and you can operate on 2 lands. Again, not indefinitely.
Yeah, because they do, once they become tapped, they do not untap.
Right. So that's kind of bad that resolved, but still, rest in peace is like more of a problem coming up.
He still does have a decent clock, because Nimble Mongoose does just turns back into a 1/1, correct?
Yeah. Well, it's currently a 1/1 threshold. Puts it to a 3/3.
Yeah.
When you have 7 or more cards.
But once the rest in peace resolves, because
right.
the Goyf will be a 0/1 forever, and
right.
the Nimble Goose is still at least a 1/1.
An interesting play that we might see is a Stifle on the rest in peace trigger, which if you already have 7 cards in your graveyard, then you don't really care about it because Stifle will get exiled because rest in peace is already in play. But then your Goose is a 3/3, and so you still have a clock.
That's an interesting. Never seen that come up before.
Is Ian's life correct? Is it supposed to be at 11? I thought.
Yeah, I just gotta remember to.
Okay.
Oops. There's a lot of pressure being in this seat. It really shows how much TJ really gives to our stream.
Yeah. So D-Sphere just got Spell Pierce, which I personally wouldn't care about too much. Like, they can Detention Sphere your Goyf, but that's going to die soon anyways. You get a bit of a tempo swing because then you get another hit with it.
Yeah.
Which he's at 5, so I guess like if you're on the 2-turn clock plan, then that's fine. And the rest in peace got forced.
Ooh.
Okay.
That was a pretty bad ponder. Hit 2 lands and a Leyline of Sanctity, which is not doing a lot against a grown Goyf and Mongoose.
Yeah, so Dylan's probably got this one in the bag. Like, the back to basics, it would have hurt if Dylan was stuck at 2 lands.
Yeah.
But since he had 4 and days, he can untap one of his, or technically untap. So
he's really digging. He's the main phase. Brainstorm. Is that a? I can't tell what the middle card is. That one.
Stand still. No, that's Suppression Field. If you want to pull that one up.
Not the Suppression Field. Suppression Field. It's blue.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Suppression Field.
No, Suppression Field's a white card.
Defense Grid, I think, is what it is.
I thought Defense Grid was an artifact.
No, yeah.
Let's.
Field?
Is it an energy field?
Yeah. I think.
I got it hit.
Yeah,
yep,
there we go.
That is definitely an energy field. Oops. And
we are working on
believe
pulling it up.
Is it?
Maybe? Okay. There we go. So yeah, this combos with the Rest in Peace package so that you effectively never take damage. Barring them, like, decaying your Rest in Peace or decaying the energy field.
Yep.
So that's a neat interaction.
And he gets Wasteland. And there goes the energy field.
Yep. And then Ian is very dead. Yeah,
right,
he's dead.
So game 1 goes to Delver.
Okay.
What do you think sideboard-wise comes in?
So Dylan, Rug Delver, like, the sideboard for Rug Delver can be pretty wide. If he has K-Grips, he'll bring that in. Other than that, like K-Grips, some number of Pyroblasts,
Looks like Ian set aside a pile of Monastery Mentors.
Ooh, that's interesting. That could catch Dylan off guard.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're going to cut your, like, your Dismembers or Chain Lightnings, whatever, flex removal. But, like, outside of that, Mentor is... It's a clock. I mean...
Yeah.
I don't know if it's actually good for Ian.
Mm-hmm. I think Ian, he's setting aside his Leyline of Sanctities, because they don't really do very much against Reg Delver. They stop lightning bolts, and that's a Luminarch Ascension, I think it looks like, and a Karakas.
Okay. I'm curious what the Karakas toys with in there. Like, is he running a Vendilion Click package?
I think it's just to play against people.
That... I mean...
It doesn't look like he's got anything in there that's legendary.
That just seems kind of bad. I mean, I guess...
At the very least, it taps for white, and like having it main board against some matchups just automatically wins the matchup.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I guess like with DNT being a prominent deck, it's fine, and you run enough basics as a 2-colored deck, you can get away with just jamming it as another land.
Yeah, I think the hardest part, like a lot of cards in Legacy are fairly identifiable just because they're so known because of Legacy, like Brainstorm and Force of Will. And then Ian's playing janky enchantments from all of Magic's history.
Yep.
It makes it pretty rough. For those of you who don't know, the art for Ian's picture, that's Humility, which is actually probably one of the most notorious enchantments there is, the Bane of Judges.
Yeah.
What happens when I cast Humility?
Yeah. If you ever just want to mess with a judge, ask them how Humility and Painter's Servant work together.
Yeah.
And just wait for them to just slowly, like, pick themselves up after being punched in the gut and be like, how does this work again?
Basically, it's like, how does Humility work with Magic cards?
Yeah. You could just have a whole podcast about that.
You know, there's probably many podcasts out there that are just, how does Humility work?
I could see that. It's an interesting card.
Yeah.
It does a lot for the small line of text that's on it.
All creatures are 1/1s and lose abilities.
Yes. So, a pair of Brainstorms and Light and Tutor Defense Field?
It looks like that Energy Field.
Or yeah, Energy Field. I'll get the names right eventually.
I don't think anyone is going to blame either of us for getting the names of Ian's cards wrong.
We don't know what Dylan kept, but he kept it.
Dylan likes to keep everybody in suspense.
Makes the stream interesting.
So
there's the Goose.
Slamming a goose.
Which, that's the correct way to pronounce its name. The Goose.
The Goose?
Yes.
It's funny, because I've played an alright amount of Legacy, not as much as I've played Standard or Modern, but it's like, never come across a Mongoose. Never. I don't know how. I've dodged all of the Mongoose. I've never had to play against the Leovold either.
The Mongoose, it definitely saw a lot more play circa 2012. Rug Delver's kind of dropped off. Like any Tier 1 or previous Tier 1 Legacy deck, it can always steal games, especially with the Stifle Wasteland package. But, like, I don't want to say it's bad, but some other Delver decks have gotten better and more equipped.
Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry, I'm reading chat.
Yes, Red Baron MTG. I do like Rug Delver.
Yeah. He misquoted me. Slamming a goose, Steven. Yeah. Oh man, I love my favorite part about Nimble Mongoose is the fact that it, you know, that's a nimble Mongoose. Its creature type is just Mongoose.
Yep.
Not a lot of Mongooses in Magic.
Yep.
If I had to guess, maybe 5. Max.
There's one other. It's funny. There's Nimble Mongoose, and then there's another Mongoose, which it's like, I think a 2/1 with Flash or something like that, and it can't be countered, which you'll sometimes see as a 1/of to beat Miracles.
Yeah.
Or as a way to interact with Miracles, which is, it's fine.
Yeah. Miracles is quite the fun legacy deck.
Yeah. We could go with fun. It's fun for the Miracles pilot.
Yeah.
Some of them, I mean.
If you're good at miracles, it's probably pretty fun. Or if you just really hate people.
Yeah, I think even the good Miracle pilots get in situations where they have to think or do so much card dexterity that they're just like, why am I playing this deck? I could just play like something easier.
I could play Burn.
Yeah, like Burn's a deck. Burn's a good deck. So,
No, I was gonna say filler.
well, Brainstorm's just finally resolved. Looks like Dylan's deploying a Delver to the field.
Must not have had anything to flip the Delver. He just has a lot of confidence in flipping his Delver. Because he just brainstormed.
Which he was probably just fixing his hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, Red Baron, I guess I'm officially on the casting team. Hopefully I'm not disappointing you too much.
Yeah. Nah, I mean, he doesn't... As long as we're here covering for him, like, he's under no obligation to be here.
Wait, what was with the air quotes? Are we not actually covering? If we're not covering, what are we doing here?
Like I said last stream, this is a much deeper question than this stream really goes into. What are we really doing here?
Yes.
Yeah. You said you like Burn. That's the least disappointing thing I've ever heard. Yeah.
So
I appreciate Burn.
Rest in Peace just resolved, which kind of hurts, but if Delver goes unchecked, then it's not too bad.
Yeah.
He still has like a 4-turn clock, but Delver didn't flip, so it's not a 4-turn clock.
It's still a clock.
Yeah. I think an interesting interaction that could come up, especially with the Enlightened Tutor package, if Ian realizes it, is if he E-tutors for engineered explosives, then you can EE for 1 and blow up both creatures, regardless if Delver's flipped because of
the recent change in the flip cards.
Like 6 months ago.
I think it's
Legacy time.
when Origins came out.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Which is already rotated out of Standard. Yeah. I don't mind Burn. I appreciate Burn as a deck. It's a really important. I think it's really important to all of the metagames of all of the formats is how strong is Burn, because it's like it's just such a flat like level. Like it rarely does Burn get better or worse. Oh, sorry. Rarely does Burn get better or worse, and it's a really good like thing to check the meta against. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like Burn, it's always going to be a good deck. Like the spells are powerful enough in their own right that it can take down decks, but it still has the fatal flaw of non-blue decks that you're a slave to your like opening hand.
Yeah.
Like there's really not much card filter outside of blue. Like you have, you know, Bob, and you have Sylvan Library, and you have Sensei's Divining Top. You have other cards, but you don't have Ponder, you don't have Brainstorm.
Right. And those cards also don't do damage to the face, which is Burn's main plan.
Yeah, that's the trade-off. Yes, Blurred Mongoose. That's the one. Let's bring that up. Not that it's relevant here, but let's bring that up.
Hey, we never know. Dylan could have sideboarded it in. So this is the Blurred Mongoose. The other Mongoose. It's got a snake. Fun fact.
Yep.
Mongooses hate snakes.
Yep.
And then what was that last one? Karoo Meerkat.
Yeah. Ooh, that's a Teferi's response coming off of Honor Wasteland, but it's getting dazed.
Let's see what a Teferi's response
dazed and Pyroblasted.
Is that what you said? Teferi's response?
Yeah. So Teferi's response. It might not have an apostrophe S. Do I see? Do I see?
Yeah, go for it.
Really?
Try just response. Hold on.
No.
What are we doing? I have no idea. We don't know what that card is.
Alright.
It got countered.
Let's see.
Is that right? Aha. Oh, it might. David might not have it in here for some reason.
Well, the fairy's response we'll put up in the chat, I guess. Steven's doing
There we go.
Fancy thing.
Counter target spell ability on opponent controls the targets of land you control. Interesting.
Yeah. So that tried to happen and then didn't. But it would have stopped the wasteland from hitting the tundra and let Ian draw 2 cards, right?
Yep. Draw 2 cards, and also it would have destroyed.
It's pretty good. But now Ian's in a lot of hurt. There's 2 Flip Delvers and a Goose, so he has a 2-turn clock.
He does have the energy field out, which unless Dylan can find another way to put something into his graveyard, he's pretty safe. And he's got the Rest in Peace out, so
yeah. So he does have that interaction. But hey, there's
the Crossing Grip.
Yeah, this is
can't respond to that, unfortunately.
Which okay, it's exiled. They caught it. Okay. Submerge. Yeah, it's not like bad. It buys in a turn, so that's fine.
I still think that Ian's pretty much lost this one.
No, like he's not completely out of it. If he his outs are going to be Supreme Verdict or Enlighten Tutor for E, and then like draw it, play it, jam it. By his time. So Dylan didn't play out the other
second
Delver again, which that's why, because he knew he was dead anyways. Okay.
Right.
Yeah, he couldn't cast it there, but if they had a land drop, or if Ian made a land drop.
If he was sandbagging a land.
Yeah.
Which could happen. So if you want to pop out there, see if we can find another match.
Sure. I'll see what I can find.
Alright everyone, welcome to Casual Friday, because I don't have a shirt, he doesn't have a shirt, TJ's gone. Anything could happen, it's crazy wacky. Everyone get down on Friday, my bowl got me cereal. TJ's watching us very closely through the chat. Very closely. And yeah, so we have James, he's out there finding another match. He's very knowledgeable in Legacy. I am knowledgeable of things, and I know that the word Legacy is the format that we are playing tonight. So that helps a lot. And yeah, so how's everyone doing? Everyone excited? Spoiler season's over. Lots of new and interesting cards. Any goblins? There is someone playing goblins out there. One goblins. TJ, I never remember what that face actually means. It pops up all weird. I don't believe anyone's playing Oops All Spells, but I don't know, because there's some people I don't recognize. And usually I just tell what decks there are by the people I recognize. And then there's Ian, who plays whatever. Yeah. Doing well and excited for Amonkhet. I'm pretty stoked for Amonkhet. It just feels like Return to Theros, but instead of being Greek themed, it's Egyptian themed. Lots of parallels can be drawn between both sets.
Okay.
All right, what do we got?
So currently we don't have anything. Unfortunately.
All right.
Unfortunately, the other 2 rounds that are, or the other 2 games that are still going, are in the middle of games.
All right. So instead, we got to talk about Amonkhet. Do you actually? You're a Legacy player. I assume all Legacy players don't follow spoilers.
Yeah, pretty much. There's like about 2 to 3 cards in every set that we see, and we're like, it might do something.
Yeah. How about there was one Shadows of the Grave. It's the 1 in a black.
Oh yeah.
Return all cards that were cycled or discarded from your graveyard to your hand this turn. You're actually a Storm player, and that's like the most likely place this card could see play. What do you think?
It's not good. Like, the thing with Storm is, like, if you're sacrificing Lion's Eye Diamond and pitching your hand, then you are usually resolving Infernal Tutor.
Yeah.
So you don't really care about those cards anyways. It's like ill-gotten gains at that point, but not. It's just it's bad. I mean,
Right.
I think like at that point, all you're really doing is you can use it defensively as ignorant bliss, but it's still not good then.
Right.
So
Yeah, I like it's like kind of the it adds one storm and one mana.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah,
but it's not really that great.
it's pretty mediocre.
I love the way that Mr. Toad's Wild Ride got the name. It's from a Loading Ready Run skit where they're talking about like legacy decks, and they just start like naming like just a lot of things. Like one of the decks I think is like, but that isn't in the meta, and he's like, well, I think it's actually pretty strong. It's like, no, I was talking about the deck that isn't in the meta, and stuff like that. It's actually really funny. it's a really everyone should watch it. Look up like Loading Ready Run.
I'll have to check it out.
Yeah. So also how do you like what hat cards have you seen? I'm gonna imagine you've seen the As Foretold, the 3 mana enchantment that you can pay.
Yeah.
It gets a counter and then you pay for 0.
Like that. I guess that could see play in Legacy because you have the broken Ancestral Vision interaction.
Yeah.
Which, like, there's that, but it's also
it's pretty like in my head it doesn't seem very good because like for 2 and a blue, you know what else you can cast in Legacy? Show and Tell, and Show and Tell puts in an Omniscience, and Omniscience just shortcuts the whole thing.
Yeah, there's that. In Legacy it's weird because whenever spoilers come out, you compare it to everything else that's on par in Legacy, which is like Deathrite Shaman, Delver Secrets, and then on the broken side you have Tendrils of Agony, and you have Show and Tell, and you have like Miracles.
Yeah.
And nothing they print these days really affects those or is on par with that.
Yeah.
So you kind of just end up with these more utilitarian type cards, like either the new Thalia Heretic Cathar or like Fatal Push, cards like that, which they aren't inherently backbreaking, but you can build cohesive strategies around them.
Yeah. There's this set seems pretty like. It seems like it was almost designed to fix Standard, and not a lot for other formats. There's definitely Harsh Mentor, which is the 2/2 for 2.
What's that one?
It's it's not gonna pop up here.
I know, but
here we'll pull up spoilers.
Like you said, I don't really follow this stuff at all.
I guess. Wizards.
Yeah, I think I remember watching or reading some WotC tweet about responding to how broken Standard was because it's all like Mardu vehicles or whatever, and it said, "Yes, the pendulum swung too far one way. We're going to fix it and print more answers," or something like that.
That's man, come on. I'll skip over to here. I think it's funny that there's a bookmark for SRAM Senior Edificer. So what it is? It's a 2/2 for 2 because it's taking forever. It's a 2/2 for 2. It's very similar to Eidolon.
Okay.
And then it's whenever you activate abilities.
I definitely saw him. I never like really registered the name.
Yeah, there's that one.
No, it's up.
I know this one's something for later.
Oh, okay.
Did I pass it?
Yeah, he's up one more. There he is. Yeah.
It's got very like not interesting art.
Yeah.
Because he like I think he'll definitely see play in Modern, because there's a lot more activated abilities. There aren't mana abilities.
Opponent activates. So, like,
it's pretty alright against Miracles because every time they activate top, they take 2.
Kind of. So in Miracles, it's weird because the reason why Eidolon's good against them is that they can't brainstorm and ponder or like snap plow it. They have to kind of top into the answer to be able to deal with it. And then with this, it's the opposite, that they don't want to top into it, which I think it's more likely they'll have any of the previous answers I just said, like snap, plow, whatever, in their hand already. So
I think there's a way we can actually
like
to do it. There we go.
Ah, there we go. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. This is the card we're talking about.
Now we don't need to see my face.
Yes. I can move the box. Nope, that's not how I move the box. That's how I move the box.
Okay.
Here. Put it over here.
There might be some goblins coming up. I know there was one that was finishing a game. They might show up. But yeah, so like he doesn't really apply pressure in the way that Legacy decks will.
Right.
In the sense that like Legacy decks are built around playing cheap, inefficient spells, which is why Eidolon's so good. Because you can't ponder, you can't brainstorm, you can't do anything under it without taking a hit. It does affect land, so fetches now become bolts, which is pretty good for burn. So like, I wouldn't be surprised if he sees play. I just think people are overhyping him.
Yeah. And then there's this guy. I think this guy, a little less of this guy. Me and TJ have quite the running joke with this on the Deep Fortress page. And a lot of people don't seem to get the joke. Because when this card first got spoiled, everyone immediately just only can compare it to Monastery Swiftspear and like nothing else. Just because it's a 1/2 for 1 with prowess. And it's like, oh, it doesn't got haste. No haste, not good. Automatically, don't read the rest of the card. Does not have the word haste on it. Don't care. Where it's like, this is a lot of, this doesn't go where the Monastery Swiftspear goes. Like, they're very similar, and yes, they are 1/2s for 1 with prowess.
Yeah.
They're both humans. But what this card really does is it lets you kill bigger things and burn, which, like, sometimes it doesn't already passed it. Yeah. It's like, sometimes you don't even need to kill their Goyf. You just like can shrink it, and you like saves you some turn.
Yeah.
And also I think like in terms of legacy, I don't think this card is very good at all, not in any way, shape, or form. But in terms of in modern, I think in modern it goes into a lot of different decks that aren't burn.
Yeah, I think it could definitely see play in modern, because in modern burn decks, believe it or not, I'm going to play modern.
Yeah.
But just to get buys for legacy.
Yeah, that
Stream,
makes sense.
you can judge me how you will.
I think
I'm playing it for legacy buys.
Yeah.
In modern, like, burn decks are more creature oriented, or I guess I might be confusing that with Zoo. Again, I don't really play modern, but like you have to get through more creatures. Your burn spells aren't as impactful, so it could definitely see play in modern. In legacy, I don't think as much.
Yeah. There was another new card, and I'm gonna get rid of them.
I'm gonna go see if any of those games are close to being done.
Yeah, so someone mentioned Bone Picker. I think Bone Picker, like, for those of you who don't know, Bone Picker is this card. I'm gonna have to. Oh, so close. It is a 3/2 for 4 that can, with Flying and Death Touch, and it can be a 3/2 for 1 with Flying and Death Touch if your creature dies. And it's been compared to Delver. I don't think it's going to see any play anywhere other than maybe Standard, because having a creature die is, like, it's significantly harder than just, like, having an instant or sorcery on top of your deck in a deck that plays lots of instants and sorceries. And it's not like a Tasigur or a Gurmag Angler where all you have to do is, combos with playing magic, whereas this is, like, a lot harder to do. And there's a lot of the times it's going to be a 4 mana 3/2, which is not that great. And, yeah. Look at this Delver. That is also, that does not have flying, TJ, unfortunately. That card, no flying, not worth. Also no haste, so it's pretty garbage. Not worth I don't even know why I read that card. I'm spending all my time reading cards not worth it. Now, if you want to talk about cards that are worth it, let me show you cards that are worth it. Just gotta scroll to find it. Give me a sec now. This is not the order. Any cards you guys are looking forward to in Amonkhet for whatever format you happen to play?
Okay, So
We got magic.
yes, we do have magic. They will be moving over to the tournament space shortly.
I gotta quickly show them the best card that they've spoiled in all of Magic.
Okay.
It's a new one. TJ knows exactly what it is. It's right here. And spoilers. And it's this card. Gives your creatures haste, makes everything good.
Yeah.
Someone was joking that the guy in the front here is TJ, and that the guy in the back is me, encouraging him. Anyway, so what do we got for Magic?
All right. So the wall side
Mhm.
is going to be Adam. And then the far side is going to be Christopher Young.
Chris. Yeah.
Okay.
What are they playing?
Adam is on Miracles, with a lot of spice.
A lot of space.
And
Yeah.
yeah, spice. And then Chris is playing Bug Midrange, True Name, something another. It's just like a Bug, Leovold, True Name, Midrange deck.
Bug.
Yeah. Yep, just Bug Midrange.
Alright, let's get
They are 1-1 in games.
1-1, so they're game 3. And oops, you're at 20 and you're at 20.
They are coming over as we speak.
Okay, so they are en route.
What do you want? Do you want to Miracles? Let's do probably counterbalances.
No, put top. Like, people don't hate that card as much as Counterbalance.
Adam's gonna be
And then Adam.
Leo.
Alright,
I guess.
Actually, no, other way around. Sorry.
Emissary trash.
Card's so good.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Okay.
you?
Give it about 20 seconds.
All right.
Okay. Yeah, it's some extra spicy Miracles.
What is it? You're gonna save it for a surprise, or is there any?
I'll just say it. So Adam is running some number of I think he's running all 4 actually, but for Temporal Mastery, the
Yeah.
the Miracle Time Walk,
Yeah.
which it's a card.
Yeah. I can see it doing kind of a lot of just being an explorer in Miracles.
Well, like in Miracles, I've seen another local player, Patrick Tierney, play a list with it, and it lets you do some really stupid things because it turns Monastery Mentor from like a really good and win con, like high end, to a combo win con, because you're like, oh, I'm gonna make a bunch of runners and I'm gonna flip my top, take an extra turn. I'm gonna flip my top more and prowess them and kill you. And so I don't know. I think it's probably like just worse.
Alright, you want to peek outside, see if they've moved? Alright, give them a good old thumbs up. Alright, so we got Miracles plus Spice versus Bug midrange. So, Miracles versus Bug. Who do you give it to?
Like the Shardless Bug and Miracles matchup is pretty close. I hear it's supposed to be favored for Chris, but this isn't Shardless Bug. This is just Bug midrange. So I don't know. I think a lot of the advantage Shardless Bug would get is that they get to cycle their Shardless agents pretty much, because whenever they Terminus, they just get it back and replay it somewhere down the line. This, though, since it's not Shardless Bug, I'm not sure.
If Miracles is on the table, they're favored. That's not exactly how Miracles works. Yeah. Fun fact: Temporal lets you draw a card through Leovold. Is it because Leovold targets, like, because you're targeting?
No, it's because you're taking an extra turn, so it's just a turn-based action or state-based effect.
Well, no. Someone said with through Leovold.
Oh, well, so it's that Temporal Mastery says you take an extra turn.
Well, yeah, I know.
Right?
No, they're making a joke, I think. I'm not sure. Let's find out. So we got Hierarch and all of the elves. All of the mana dorks.
Yep.
I think he's gonna get in for
Ooh.
good on.
Oh. Alright,
Oh
Death
no,
Rite is
he's
going in.
no,
Oh,
he's
fine.
casting this.
Okay, so Sylvan Library, that's it's pretty good against Miracles. If this resolves, Chris is definitely the favorite without top coming off the turn 1 from Adam.
Yeah, dazing the brainstorm.
Okay, so this is less mid-rangey than I was led to believe, I guess. I don't know, Daze is like a really good card. You don't have to be running a tempo package around it, but
Yeah.
it definitely helps.
It's interesting to me to see Miracles, someone playing Miracles and playing a basic island that looks like that.
Yeah, he just kind of plays the basic lands he wants to, I guess. It's foil.
Usually I see like white bordered or like old bordered or unhinged, unglued.
Yeah. I think one of my favorite sites I've seen is there's a local Miracles pilot who
Oops, wrong way.
he's all for just like as old and as original print as possible, and he has all Guru basics or mostly Guru basics.
That's expensive.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
So we got a. Is that Red Elemental Blast or Pyroblast? I can never
That's
remember too.
Red Elemental Blast.
Alright.
Pyroblast.
Has the person on it?
Yeah, I think so. I don't know. I honestly can't tell them apart. All I know is I would always run Pyroblast and Rug because you can target anything with that, and Red Elemental Blast has to have a blue target.
Right.
So
You can just target things to target things.
no, even better, to grow the Nimble Mongoose.
to grow the nimble mongoose.
So, but Miracles doesn't care about that. They don't do anything fun with Red Elemental Blast or Pyroblast. They just counter stuff and make
I
people
love
not
the
have fun.
playing around Blood Moon in. I guess it is game 3, but the playing around Blood Moon. Do either of these decks even play Blood Moon? I don't think so.
Adam does, or Miracles can. I don't know if he is. Like, it wouldn't be particularly bad here.
Yeah.
So Adam's just saying no a bunch to Chris. And
He is still drawing more cards. He's drawn one off of his library, and he does have the Deathrite Shaman for.
ooh.
Never mind, that's a moat, right?
Yeah, that's a moat. That's a really expensive piece of cardboard that doesn't do a lot in a lot of decks, except for this one. Which, like, it's not the end of the world.
He just revealed double Deathrite Shaman Wasteland.
So, that's okay for Chris. But, honestly, like, where Chris is, unless he's seen Mentors, I'm not sure. Like, Adam is probably running them. I guess that's a reason to not just, like, aggro draw cards with Sylvan Library.
Yeah.
Like, okay, so he has Ponder as a shuffle effect, so that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, Deathrite can shoot past Moat, which will be pretty good once Chris decides to find a black source. Like, it's not the end of the world. Noble, unfortunately, doesn't give Deathrite's Drain Life a +1.
Yeah.
Noble is just downgraded to Mana Dork now.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but that's all right. I think that's exactly. It's like the majority of the reason you play it is that it taps for mana, and it's just better than all of the other 1-mana mana dorks because it has Exalted.
Yeah, that's pretty much why. So, Jace, this is pretty good if it resolves.
Yeah, he has a. Why's my phone dying? He has another True Name in hand.
Ooh, Temporal Mastery there. Ooh. Oh, we're going to see a Time Walk setup. And there's an Emrakul on top. That's the other thing.
But
Adam's running an Ahiri package to, like, cheat out Emrakul and kill them, or make them sack everything and want to scoop up permanents, but not actually have any to scoop up.
Right. He has another True Name in hand, and it didn't look like Adam had any counter spells. And True Name, although does not get over the moat,
No.
does moat protect his planeswalker?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just creatures can't attack unless they have flying.
Mm-hmm.
So I think Chris is on an adder to exactly Vendilion Click if he wants to enter the fray.
Right.
Yeah. So Chris needs to find Vendilion Click if he's running it as like a way to swing in. But
And
let's
that's
see.
the Council's Judgment.
So Chris has a Decay in hand.
What is the mana cost of 4? Ooh.
Yeah.
Dodges Decay.
So there's that. It's a miracle.
I think he has to let it go. But
No. Well,
he's got True Name, he's got Deathray Shaman, and he has Abrupt Decay.
yeah. So like he doesn't actually have answers. So it's gonna happen. And here it's like marginally better than Explorer because you have Jace out, so you're getting some value off of it.
Yeah.
It's not like you're untapping with a Mentor and just killing them. But like I've seen this in Storm 2 where Rodrigo Tagoras, a really good Storm pilot, is running Abrupt Decay in the main deck over like Preordain or Rain of Filth, like other random nonsensical cards that are just filler.
Yeah.
Which in Miracles you can do that as well. Like it's a deck that has 12.
You have a lot of open spots.
Yeah.
Because you play there's like the main cards, and then just however you want to win.
Yeah, it's not only that, but it's also that you you have like upwards of 12 cantrips in both of these decks, both Miracles and Storm. I mean, that there's these few spots that nobody's decided on, and it just goes to show you can kind of run whatever you want in them and still do all right, so long as you're a good Miracles pilot.
His brainstorm was double Mind Sculptor and a Force of Will. I think he's gonna put both those Mind Sculptors back.
Which that
it doesn't really do a whole lot.
Well, no, not really.
Because he has no way of shuffling them away right now.
No. So like that's pretty bad. But he has a force to pitch one of the redundant ones, so that's fine. I feel like that's a bit worse for Adam than just like brainstorming and then playing another Jace and then upticking. But I guess
I think he wanted to knowing he had Ponder in hand.
Yeah.
Can look at some more cards.
That makes sense. He just wants to maximize his looks, which is right. So yeah, the Council's Judgment I think was the final nail in the coffin. Chris is going to need like a miracle, which those aren't on his side. They're not.
Yeah, he needs something that gets rid of the moat, and then he kind of just gets back in.
Yeah, which I really can't think of anything that Chris would have in his sideboard to deal with that. Or like even if he saw it, game 2, like what's in Bug Colors that actually deals with that?
Maelstrom Pulse?
Okay, yeah, okay.
Maelstrom Pulse and maybe like a Crozen Grip type deal.
Yeah.
But I think that's what Adam is doing his best to not let him draw anything relevant.
Yeah, like this is the point where Miracles just excels at, is it has a like a soft lock of some sort, and it's just going to grind out the game until it wins with something, in this case being
he's
Jace.
about to ult Jace, right?
Yep.
His minus 10?
Yep. But oh wait, Chris has a True Name. Woohoo!
Oh no, he's gonna just keep going. I wonder what he's waiting for.
I think the ult is 12, but maybe it's 11.
Might be.
I'm not sure.
Yep.
You can see.
You can see.
Okay. Alright, well that's the end of that
and he
one.
scoops. But okay, I guess for Jace, Mind Sculptor. For those of you who are curious, it is a minus 12.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So that makes sense.
All right. Well, that's Adam in 3. So let's go find another match or something.
Yeah, I think it's.
Welcome back, everyone. We're bad at streaming. That's not true. We're doing our best without TJ. It's so hard with the loss of TJ weighing so heavily on us. It makes streaming just... It's an uphill battle. Well, thanks for everyone who's following, watching, joining us. It's pretty great. Thank you guys so much. For me, it really means. I'm bad at the sappy part. Or what is it? No, is it sappy? Fort Sappy. We're doing our best. I think we're about to hit to round 2. I don't know if it's round out of 4. I didn't ask. It didn't seem that many people. It might just be 3. Yeah, we got Legacy going on. We got Rambling going on. And the full spoilers for Amonkhet came out today. It's pretty exciting. It references a card that's not in the set again, which last time they did that wasn't too exciting. But now it's 2 cards that reference, pretty much reference Nicol Bolas, that are like lacking the payoffs, that being Dark Intimations and the new Gate to the Afterlife, which is a really cool card name. So yeah, no one does sappy like TJ, because he feels it. He really feels it. And yeah, I personally don't feel like I deserve all of the likes and follows, because he earns them. He tries. He really does, and he really means what he says when he's sappy. So yeah. Joe Cool Face. You are not a mod. You know, I got you. I got you. That's fine. We'll read this one together. Joe Cool won a Grand Prix with a 60-card Battle of Wits deck. Not impossible. It's not possible to win with Battle of Wits.
Okay.
Alright.
So
We got Coleman.
And Corbin and Dylan.
Oh, I thought Coleman's. Oh no. Okay.
So Dylan's on the wall side.
And he's playing
Rug Delver. Yay! We're getting to see Rug Delver.
And then Corbin's
again.
playing Goblins.
Yeah. So
Hey, you guys get to see Goblins.
Yep.
Goblins.
So this matchup definitely favors Goblins.
But I do Pranko because I feel like fun. Got a nimble mongoose, not just mongoose.
Yes, the nimblest of the mongoose.
Do you know how many rounds we're doing? Does it look like? You want to take a peek real quick?
Hey Coleman, or Adam, how many rounds are we doing? 4, 5?
Dylan, 4 rounds?
Phone tag.
4. Okay.
All right,
4
we're
rounds.
doing 4, so we should probably change the 1 to a 2. Save and. Hi, Doro! Thank you for resubscribing 6 months in a row. It's always great to have you. Best mod. We're gonna transition. Yeah. Hi! We got Goblins versus Rug Delver. These are backwards. Is there an easy way to switch them? No. I just gotta...
Okay.
And fixed.
Okay.
Alrighty. So, oh man, I got the pictures backwards.
Alright, so Dylan has a Ponder, Delver, Goyf, Brainstorm, and a land, I think. So, like, it's a pretty good Delver hand. Okay, yeah, so Scalding. So he has 2 fetches, a bunch of blue cards, and a Goyf, which that's pretty good in this matchup.
Cavern Ether Vial, on the other hand.
Yeah.
Pretty good against Red Delver, or any blue deck.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, doubly so, because Cavern Vial.
Yeah, like, anytime Vial resolves against the Delver deck's kind of in trouble. It produces, some math person in the chat will probably correct me, but I think it's like X factorial mana or something stupid like that. It just accumulates, and Delver decks want to tempo out the Goblin player, or the they just want to tempo people out,
Right.
which is letting them have 1 and then 2 and then 3 free mana every turn. It's just a losing proposition.
What are our Twitters? Our Twitters shouldn't just change both of the Twitters to Geek Fortress. Oh, you're right.
Yeah, Tenbin. Goblins is definitely a control deck against miracles. Still think against anything else it's aggro, but
A double Ether Vial.
between
Man, that's a
Wasteland-
flipped. Is that what is that?
Stifle.
It's a straight
Yeah,
stifle.
we should let's get that card. That
Okay.
card needs some
I got a
love.
minute.
Let's give it some stream time here.
Stifle is a very. I keep doing this in the wrong order. We should put the toggle view card above the save. Save should be the bottom. Stifle is very much its own thing. Like everything else that comes after it is Stifle.
Yeah.
Like Disallow is Stifle attached to a cancel.
Yep. Yeah. It's definitely my favorite Magic card. I like the old art more. Not only the art, but the flavor text. If you look, the flavor text on the old one, it's if I wanted your opinion, I would have told you what it was. It's just great. Like whenever you play that card, that's pretty much how you feel.
Tevin, if anyone's getting a timeout, it's gonna be you. Remember who made you. Yeah. Anti-TG related names and
Boot to the head. Thank you for hosting us.
yeah. So he's got. We thought the double Ether Vial would be pretty good, but he's got 2 Delvers. One of them's flipped, and Goblins still haven't played a Goblin.
Yeah.
That's a Tuk Tuk Scrapper, right?
Yeah, so like that's fine being pitched to Chromox. I don't. Why is he? I mean, he has Aether Vial. I don't really see like there aren't any cast triggers in Goblins,
Yeah.
so I guess he's just playing 2 2-drops right now. Okay.
A Warren Instigator and
Oh.
Cycling a Gem Palm.
I guess the life totals are wrong.
Oh. No. My life totals are right. He's got it wrong because he's fetched twice.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah. Let's see. How many times have you fetched?
Hey Dylan, you fetched twice.
Or that way too.
I mean, I don't think asking him will change the amount of times he's fetched.
Well, because then he'll think about it and fix it instead of.
I mean, if he was at 1 and he fetched again, maybe.
Yeah. So, I guess now I got the goblins have taken some damage.
Okay. So yeah, there's a Warren Instigator out, which that's pretty good. If it gets through, which looks like it will. Oh no, there's a guy. But yeah, Warren Instigator allows for some pretty broken goblin sequences because what you can do is since it has double strike, you poke them once for 1, and then your first trigger puts in a matron.
Yeah.
And you go tutor up something even more silly.
And then second one puts in the what you matroned for.
Yeah. So it's pretty good, but Goyf is like the other part of the equation. Rug Delver wants to hit in this is you really want like either as many like Goyfs or Nimblewangis as you can, and to keep the grounds clear, which right now oh, so there's
It's a Sting
that.
Scourger.
Alright, so let's see here.
The Manowar on his stick wielding goblin.
So Instigator goes into the fray.
Yep.
Alright, we get a ringleader. Survey says.
Ringleader, Instigator, Mox, and a lackey.
So
That's pretty
good.
alright. I think he's gonna put in the Ringleader.
Yeah. This is definitely something that Dylan would have wanted to stifle if he could have. Like he pretty much just want to stifle that and whatever the cycling, the Gem Palm Incinerator that kills your Delver. Alright.
He's got a matron and another Instigator.
So
he's got 2 Instigators in hand.
So now Dylan is pretty much dead.
Yeah.
Like Corbin is up, what, 5 cards now,
Yeah.
and like there's not much Dylan can do. I mean, Corbin, he didn't hit any actual gas.
Mm-hmm.
He just hit like more Goblin Lackeys, and he hit like Matron.
Yeah, all of the
Which, like,
things
the
that
Matron's
get the
pretty good.
things. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the Matron being the most important. But I think at this point he just kind of jams them, and then he can just smash just a War Chief and just swing for all the dudes.
Cryptic Serpent, if I remember right, that's like 4/5 with like delve-ish on it. That counts your instants and sorceries and is cheaper. It's like if it had Island Walk, like not even like Shroud or anything like that, but if it had Island Walk, I think it could be okay.
So we got the Matron.
So,
Stifle?
yep.
Stifled the Matron
So
trigger.
that's pretty good.
Pretty strong. I think he still just swings in with all of them.
Yeah, like
At this point, losing something to the Goyf doesn't really mean anything.
no, and like he's not going to lose anything, or yeah, he'll lose something. That's right. Duh.
Yeah, he's gonna put in up to 2 goblins, and it's probably gonna be Instigator.
Does he have anything left to put in?
He has 2
Oh.
Instigators.
Okay. Shows you how much
And
I've been
a pile
paying
driver.
attention.
I think the pile drive is pretty good there too.
Yeah, pile driver is
And an Instigator.
pile driver is good, but you can still just answer it with 1 removal spell.
Yeah, I think he's
Or just-
Corbin is now out of cards.
Now, as his board stays like just sprawling off the
Yeah.
camera.
I think that if he all he really needs is just a like Goblin Chieftain. Chieftain gives Mountain Walk, right?
No.
Or is that just King?
No, I don't think either of them do. Chieftain.
I'm thinking there's the one that gives haste and makes him 1 less. That's War Chief.
War Chief. And Chieftain gives them the pump and haste. I'm pretty sure.
There's gotta be someone out there with a Goblin EDH deck who's about to let us know. Yeah.
Alright, so
No,
there's
just-
4
just
gold.
+1/+1 haste. Yep.
Which that's pretty good. Taking the pile driver off and. Is pile driver 1/2?
Pile Driver is a 1/2. But I think he did both damage to him.
2/1. Really? Huh.
It's a 1/2 that gets +2/+0.
Okay.
Or it might just be, yeah.
Because, so, for starters, Corbin's at 8 now, too.
Yep.
So there's that.
Yeah, it's a 1/2.
Oh, okay, it's a 1/2. Okay, yeah. So yeah, Corbin got that off the table. I mean, Dylan got that off the table and got to deploy another Goyf, so that's good. Just turning Delver sideways here.
There's the Goose.
Yep. So it looks like Dylan's gonna pull it out now.
Oh, it is. That's a Goblin Chirurgeon, right? The Surgeon? Sack Goblin Regenerator Goblin? We got a reader.
We have a.
It's got a million arts. Or is that a bombardment?
I have no idea.
Just, what's that one? Or we can just wait for the chat to tell us. Because it could be, it's a Goblin something, and it looks like a bombardment. Maybe. I don't know. Sharpshooter. Oh, Sharpshooter makes sense.
Okay. So that's actually pretty good here. Or I guess not really.
Yeah. It can, if he does it right, he can ping, because he can't block. Yeah.
Right. I was thinking.
Otherwise, he'd just be able to machine gun down all of his creatures.
Yeah. There's another goblin that they sometimes play that lets you sack goblins to create a red mana.
Yeah.
Which.
Skirk Prospector.
Yeah. I was thinking, I'm like, oh, he could just dome Dylan a bunch, but that's not how Sharpshooter works.
Yeah.
So that Delver dies, and that gets untapped. But Corbin is still just kind of dead. He has outs, like he has.
He drew a
Gem
mountain.
Palm, Incinerator.
I think he, unless he's got something, he's just got a swing.
Well, like he can have Gem Palm, Incinerator, and he can also have the bounce guy. Alright, so we're going into the fray. That art is just great. I'm not one for like newer art, but that art's pretty good.
Yeah. I think he can win here.
Yeah, and the Miracles decided to uptick Jace a bunch, and then the opponent conceded.
Yeah, Miracles got there slowly by ultimating at Jace the Mind Sculpt.
Slowly, right? Yeah. That's what we're going to.
I believe Corbin just won there with the sharpshooter math. Because he can ping. Because there's a bunch of untapped triggers on the sharpshooter, so he can just ping him for the final few damages. Pretty much.
Yeah.
The sharpshooter makes all of his creatures be unblockable for 1 damage.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess Corbin. Yeah, it looks like.
Yeah. So I think that going to game 2, I would imagine Dylan has a lot of sideboard cards that can deal with creatures. Maybe.
You have a few.
Yeah.
Like you're going to have Rough and Tumble, which at least usually that's going to be the sweeper you have.
Thank you, Shock Piper, for the follow. We really appreciate it.
Outside of that, you might have like a Fork Bullet on the board. It's usually like, is he just bringing in 1 card?
It looks like it.
Okay, so I guess he has like a Rough and Tumble. Usually, what you'll see here is like some Rough and Tumbles, a Vendilion Cloak if you have it because it flies over their goblins, and a Pithing Needle to stop Aether Vial, along with some other stuff like Ancient Grudge to blow up Aether Vials.
If anyone wants to read sideways cards. Click the alerts box and in the middle of the screen again. Like this? You can't tell, but I think we fixed something.
Thank you, TJ.
Yeah. Lil.
We're doing our best.
Yeah. It's something. Someone follow, yeah. Or someone unfollow and then refollow. And we're about to have a lot of that happen, I have a feeling.
We're very technically savvy back here.
There's a lot that goes on back here that no one else has any interaction with. And it's just all TJ all time. Lil. I noticed that we had a Fort Kiddo now. What else do we got? Did we replace something? What did we replace? I don't remember. But I like it.
Awesome.
Yeah. I don't even remember what it was. I can't.
What is that? A can of like?
I think it was one of the TJ ones. Yeah, that's a generic brand.
Energy drink?
Fort generic, yeah.
Awesome. Okay.
Yeah.
Apparently we didn't replace one.
Oh, we still have an open slot? Now I have some ideas. Alright.
So
We'll have to do some brainstorming on some pretty sweet...
I think since TJ's not here, this is your chance to just say, hey, if enough people follow, we'll like commandeer this whole thing and just make it whatever.
We'll ban mountains on stream.
Yes.
I was afraid that I was going to have to do it by myself, and I was hoping that TJ wouldn't be watching, and the first thing I was going to say is, like, nobody quote me saying anything that's going to get me in trouble. Alright, so what we have is Delver playing a Delver. And Goblin's playing a Goblin.
Yep. So,
I feel like these are like the most iconic turns these two decks have. It's like Cavern of Souls, Goblin, play
Yep.
Lackey. Delver, flip Delver, revealing Brainstorm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So if alright, so
Ooh.
Dylan has a Wasteland, that's pretty good.
Ah.
And he has a Bolt. Alright. So if Dylan can daze the next play, he's had like the perfect start. The start
He
that
has
just beats
the most
everything.
sickening amount of tempo.
Oh, there's the daze. Okay, there's
Yeah.
the daze. Can he deploy the Goose this turn?
Does he deploy the Goose?
Yep. No, why are you
gotta-
brainstorming?
He's gotta protect the Goose.
But it has Shroud. It protects itself. It's nimble. It just dodges. It's like. But so I guess like he had a polluted Delta there to throw back with Brainstorm. I probably would have liked to wait a bit longer,
Mhm.
but like brainstorming here is fine. It's not the worst time to brainstorm.
Yeah.
If at any time somebody brainstorms not at sorcery speed, they're probably doing it wrong.
Yeah.
At least in Legacy.
So we now have Slam in the Goose and deploy the Goose. The Goose is loose. But not in this case.
No, it's just another Delver. It's not as fun as to say as deploying the Goose instead of that. We're just saying
He can't
deploy
even
the
cast.
Delver.
He can't even cast a Goose right now.
No, he should be able to. I think he just.
He has
dazed-
this Trop in his hand.
Yeah. He dazed the Chalice, which you can't really let resolve.
Yeah.
That's an interesting sideboard choice. I personally think the Throne of Amethyst and Thalia builds are a bit better.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, and with the second daze for the Pyrokinesis.
Yeah.
That would have been bad if he Pyrokinesis both Delvers and Dylan was like in a world of hurt. But that didn't happen.
The Goose is now officially loose, and
Yep.
has Threshold.
Yep.
We need to get a Mongoose Threshold like notification thing, like
We should.
like for Goif Dice, but instead to let you know
The Goose is loose.
the Goose is loose.
That's the proper terminology. Alright, so
Something to represent that.
Delver just got Gem Palm incinerated, but he has enough threats that
This game's pretty much over.
yeah.
Yeah, and that's a bolt and a forked bolt.
Yeah.
I think this doesn't get shuffled away.
No, you definitely take it.
Mhm.
If he stacked Bolt and then Goose and Forked Bolt, I think I would have rather just had both running burn spells on top.
Mhm.
But that's fine. I didn't quite see how he stacked it, so. Chalice on one, okay, so that's gonna resolve and be very bad. But also let's update life totals.
Oh right, yeah. Oops, 44.
Save?
Yeah.
Did we do it?
Yeah, I think it's just over.
Yes, we did it. We updated life totals. It's not quite over.
It's
Sting
gonna- yeah.
Scourger just bounced a Delver, and now it can't get replayed through the Chalice.
No.
So that's pretty good, but the Goose is getting there. He's getting there. Ah! The crowd goes
I'm
wild.
feeling he's gonna lose because he locked himself out with his own chalice. Or just having five
No, there's a...
5 mountains is a pretty solid hand for the goblins.
Yeah. Yeah, Corbin got pretty flooded
No,
here.
he's stifling the
Oh,
matron.
yeah. Which...
Oh, chalice
but
check.
Chalice triggers, which...
Mm-hmm.
It's casual rel, so mistriggers don't actually happen, I guess.
Oh, but it's Geek Fortress. Everyone misses their own chalice triggers.
Okay.
That should be an emote as chalice check or something.
Yeah, I'd be down for that.
Ringleader. I think what his plan is just a block. Play Ringleader, grab a bunch of goblins, block.
Yeah, but he has 5 minutes, so presumably he can only play one, unless he
He can only
top-decks
play the
online,
Ringleader, yeah. Because he can't play 1-drop.
Yeah.
And Ringleader's a 4-drop.
So unless he hit a land here, which, let's see.
1, 2. Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah, so it buys him,
Mm-hmm.
buys him like a turn.
Yeah.
Right now, Corbin's just treading water.
Yeah, he's just delaying. There's a lot of things that Dylan can't cast. It's basically just goblins might be able to come back. I don't know if Dylan has something that can destroy chalices.
Well, if he has it, he should have brought in Ancient Grudge. We know he has at least a Krosan Grip from the previous round, but
Yeah.
I wouldn't bring that in here. It's 2 mana intensive.
Mm-hmm.
A fun fact, Corbin could play through his own chalice if he has a
cavern?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's a fun trick that Corbin could have up his sleeve.
He can now double block the goose.
And it trades because of double strike, so that's pretty good.
Well, it's still a... Yeah. He just has to have 3 power. Or is Matron a 1/1?
Yeah, they're both 1/1s, but the Instigator has
Double strike.
double strike.
I think he's just gonna save it, though, to cheat in. Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
He just wants to start to apply more pressure, and the triggers are probably more worth it.
Yeah.
I guess that makes sense.
Legacy Goblins chiming in the Goblin comeback.
Yes.
I think he's only fetched once, and he's otherwise gotten... No, he has no other way of getting a land in there. Ooh,
Ooh, Dismember.
it's pretty strong.
Yeah, it's definitely a card you can play through Chalice. It hurts a lot, but you can play it.
Yeah.
Alright.
Oh man, the almost Goblin comeback and dies to Dismember.
Yep, John.
He still has a lot of the Matron, and he's probably going to grab another Instigator and then play
Yeah.
another Instigator.
This is kind of just how the Goblins v Miracles matchup goes. Like, Goblins keeps deploying Goblins, and then they Matron for another Ringleader.
Mm-hmm.
Rinse, repeat, and that's all that happens.
Yeah.
Except here, instead of being Terminus, Corbin's just drawing them.
Is that a Siege King Commando?
Yep, which that'll buy him a lot of blockers. So hopefully Dylan finds a force.
Commander. I like cards with Siege in their name. Especially the ones that cost 4 or more mana.
Yeah.
It is one of TJ's favorite cards.
Okay.
It also puts in a lot of blockers.
Yep. But that's okay. That's what's happening
A
here.
Ringleader.
Okay.
Ooh.
So the Chieftain's coming in off the second one. I think Corbin's playing like really conservatively here. He could have attacked with the Ringleader, or no, not the Ringleader. I think it was the last turn the Chieftain had haste, but holding blockers back is probably saving him, like how that Dismember played out the previous turn.
Mm-hmm.
So Krenko is coming down, and now
A million tokens are coming out.
so yeah.
I think at this point Dylan actually just loses. Because all those goblins have +1/+1 in haste. And he can do it again.
Yeah, pretty much. Dylan needs to draw exactly Rough and Tumble.
I don't think
But
he has
even
one.
that, that's
Yep.
like 4,
Alright.
8, 12, plus 3 is 15.
It's
so
2,
yeah.
4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16.
Yeah.
Alright, we're going to head back up. You want to go out? On the match? Hey, welcome. Thank you guys for joining. Everyone who's watching the Casual Friday stream, we really appreciate it. TJ is unfortunately out because he is at home having a house party that none of us were invited to. That isn't true. I don't know what he's doing. He's doing something something. He's probably he's working on a project, and I think his project is test running, having other people host the stream. Ooh, conspiracy theories. What's your favorite conspiracy theory revolving around TJ not being here tonight? Let us know. Yep. Yeah, it's Friday. It's the last day of the spoiler season, which is one of my favorite days because it means that I get to read all of the flavor text of all of the cards, see all of the cool stuff, and there's some alright. Like I'm pretty excited for this set and what it means. It means a lot for the format of Standard. That is the one that I enjoy. It has some impact on Modern, absolutely no impact on Legacy. Seems like it's a really grindy, slow, limited format too, which looks fun, and I can't wait to do Two-Headed Giant. Yeah. How about you guys? You excited for Friday? Any cool Magic related things going on in your worlds? Anyone? Yeah, me too.
Alright.
Alright.
So, our new matchup is Dylan. He's going to be on the wall side. So, I think that's right. No. He's he's on.
Which, Reanimator? Which
no.
Dylan? So many Dylans.
Oh, sorry. Not Dylan. Ryan.
Ryan.
Thought I said Ryan.
They have a lot of similar letters.
Yeah, right.
Storm?
Yeah, he's on Ant. Yeah. So
is it spelled like that, or is it just Ant? All
just
capital.
all caps.
And he's playing against?
Larry, who's on Tezzerator.
Tezzerator. Close enough.
Yeah, close enough. I think that's right.
I'm gonna put Tezzeret Master of Metal.
Okay.
Because they're all the same.
Yeah.
No, I'm just gonna I'll do Agent of Bolas because it's real. And then Antstorm, probably Tendrils.
Yeah.
Alright. Who's got what game?
Hey Ryan, what's the score?
1-1.
1-1. Ooh, exciting. So, one of these decks you're quite familiar with.
Yeah.
Alright. Let's go down.
Dream has watched me punt more than a few times.
Yeah.
Is that right? I think.
No, we went right. This is
Okay. All right.
Is that
There we
right? No, this is the match.
What? The stream would have wanted to watch us the whole time.
No, it's
You sure?
we would be commentating and they would have to just hear. I mean, it's not an
But
important
we
game.
could
of
see
cards.
the match, right?
Mhm.
So that's all that really matters.
Right.
They could just listen to us commentate. That's what they're here for. Right?
Oh, that's exciting, TJ. So we got Ryan, who has, I would say, is a fairly keepable hand.
Can't see all of it.
He's got an LED. It looks like a Past in Flames of land. He's got a Brainstorm, and some black cards. It looks like
Yeah.
rituals.
It's definitely a good hand. LED plus Past in Flames in hand allows you to assemble really fast combo kills because you get Infernal Tutor and then you play Infernal Tutor, and since you're binning Past in Flames, your Infernal Tutor just goes to grab another ritual.
Yeah.
So you just get more fast mana off of your Infernal Tutor because you have the Past in Flames in hand. But Larry is playing it in the matchup an equally fast combo deck since he has Chalice of the Voids and he probably has Trinisphere's post board.
Yeah. There's a lot of artifacts that are really good at hating Storm.
Yeah.
I think Larry's
throwing
just.
it back.
I think he's just looking for an answer.
I guess he might be on Leyline of Sanctity. I mean, that's a card. That's a card that stops Storm.
He's really digging. Do you think Ryan has any outs against the Leyline? Echoing Truth, probably.
Yeah. So Storm sideboards are usually for like your catch-all, the catch-all answer for permanents is Echoing Truth. After that, you have stuff like Abrupt Decay, then you have Hercules Recall, which is really good against Chalice and Trinisphere decks.
Right. We got a Scry at the bottom. I think Larry's going first. Double Leyline of the Void.
Okay. So
makes Ryan's hand a lot less good.
yeah, like Leyline of the Void, it's
He does have an Echoing Truth, which is fantastic against.
yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I think he's going to be just fine.
He has double Dark Ritual, Past in Flames. So his hand is actually fairly slow. It's leaning on the Brainstorm a lot. Like I really think he needs to fire. Well, so not right this second, but he definitely needs to fire off his Echoing Truth pre-Brainstorm. Just to be able to have something to flashback with Past in Flames.
Yeah. He just, Cabal Therapy, I would guess naming Force.
Yeah.
Or something of
probably
that nature.
Force or Chalice.
He's gonna fetch Sphere.
So,
That makes things cost 1 more, correct?
Yeah, it makes all spells cost 1 more.
Alright, he's gonna pedal Brainstorm. Alright. So, I think it's pretty rough. I think he's... do you think he's gonna... I don't know what he could do.
So, Ryan...
I think he's looking for another land.
Well, so he'll need like another land to Dark Rit into the Echoing Truth.
Yeah.
Or not
So
even
he'll need
that.
2 more lands.
Yeah, like he'll just
Or
need,
another pedal, or...
No, because
pedal costs 1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he just needs to find lands.
Yeah. He's not far off just going off, even through the sphere.
Oh. Yeah, Larry, you can't do that one.
I just put the card. He knows all the cards, right?
He knew...
he
he
just
knew one
okay. He's
card.
gonna. All right, it's whatever. Gonna shuffle away the Chalice. He's Ryan's just like, I pick up that one.
Alright, this is like all not right.
Whatever.
But I'm...
But this is for all of
okay.
the marbles.
Yeah.
Dylan just has this massive, like, a vat of marbles.
I'm just
and-
confused.
It's gonna Echoing Truth. He wants to have his graveyard. He'd rather.
Oh, okay, wait. Ryan's fetching. Okay. For a second, I thought we just had the same thing happen again.
No.
I was
He fetched to Echoing Truth on the ley lines, which is pretty strong because they'll never come back.
yeah. Tezzerator does have a lot of fast mana.
Right.
Or at least, like, they have, whatever, those, signets?
Yeah, but I think
signets.
by now he's got, like, he's got a few rituals, he's got an LED, he's got a Past in Flames.
Yeah.
Does the Leyline of the Void, it doesn't exile an Androsur, correct? It's just...
No.
Yeah.
Part of the problem, though, is that Ryan doesn't actually have any action in him.
Yeah, no tutors, no...
Yeah, he has a Past in Flames. Which, like, that's good, but by itself doesn't do anything.
I think he might end up just casting the Past in Flames to the Echoing Truth, the Sphere.
Yeah, he's definitely going to have to do that, but right now, with the Chalice coming down, it's pretty bad.
Yeah. He really just needs to hit that Abrupt Decay.
Yeah, he needs, like, what he really needs is Hercules Recall.
Yeah.
But,
Shattering Spree.
yeah, Shattering Spree. Now, that's a new card that I have looked at and think might see playing Legacy. Or no, not Shattering Spree. There's
the
a
new one?
Yeah.
The by Force?
Yeah, that one.
The 1 mana cast a Lineside Diamond Pass?
Yeah.
The awkward Gitaxian Probe costs 1 mana?
Yeah.
I think Larry can almost cast spells now. Through his own sphere.
Yeah, I guess. Now we have one person playing Magic, I think.
It's just hard cast the Leyline?
Wait, is Leyline 4 or 5?
I believe that one is 4.
Okay, I thought they were 5. I could be wrong.
Let's find out. It
Oh
is
yeah,
4.
it's 4. Okay.
Alright, I should probably update life totals.
Oh, so we
That's
have
my
stuff
job.
happening. So
We have an abrupt decay.
and Ryan's cards should be exiled, I think. As far as I can tell, ley lines in play.
There you go.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. Yeah, that's right. Okay.
I don't think he has anything.
Oh well, no, because
He's
ley
trying.
line-
He's digging for it.
Oh yeah.
I think he's just gonna end up passing here. He does have 7 mana in play. 7 lands.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ace Hobgoblin, for joining, and thank you for everyone who's watching, all you lurkers. You're all important to us.
Uh-oh.
Really means a lot. Uh-oh.
The combo tables have been
Ooh.
turned. Alright, so Ryan has to kill him. He's frantically searching. What land do I have that answers this?
I think he's out of lands to fetch.
He should have a... He might have like a Bayou. Depending on his list, he has like a Bayou left. Maybe a second island.
Yeah. I think that he can't just like top deck the win or the loss. Ooh.
Ooh, okay, so...
I think that helps.
So, now Ryan's in business. He just has to find a line that works.
He can flashback the... No, he can't. He doesn't have enough mana.
No, he has plenty of mana.
1, 2... Oh, I guess he does have the... The thing is, he can get rid of both... Like, he can get rid of anything. It's just going to cost
Right.
him all of his cards and all of his mana.
So, Past in Flames is 5. Cabal Writs are +0. Dark Writ, which I think he has 1.
Yeah.
Is
It's +1.
yeah. So he has 1 mana. No, he has 2 Dark Rituals. Is that it? Yeah, that's 2 Dark Rituals. So he has +2, and he has 5 in play. So that's 7.
Yeah.
And the Piff to res his Echoing Truth is going to be 8. So he won't have enough to do that.
Mhm.
Because I'm pretty sure that last fetch is just dead.
Yeah, it is in fact a dead fetch. So he's going for it. He's going for the ritual.
Like, he can do stuff to not die this turn. Actually, I don't know what he does to not die, because Larry can just replay stuff. This is going to be interesting. Oh, he might, so... No,
He can go for cast Infernal Tutor, crack LED, get a Tendrils.
Oh, wait, there's the LED in place, so that helps.
He can just Tendrils for a little bit.
Yeah, but
But I guess it doesn't really help when he's about to lose the game.
yeah. At least not when he's going to lose the game by decking himself.
Yeah.
So right now, he can tap out for the Past in Flames. Well, he'll have... Okay, he's going to have 1 black floating, okay.
That new infinite combo is in modern, because Devoted Druid is a modern card. There's no infinite mana combos in standard. Well, there is, but they're just really like 12 card combo type infinite mana combo.
So now... See, this is the point in the game where the Storm player tanks and tries to decide if he can go off. Which I don't think Ryan can.
Yeah.
Like, the thing is, he can beat anything that's on the table, but effectively there's 2 things that are beating him, and he can only beat one of them.
Yeah.
Like, a fine line would be Echoing Truth and then untap
Or just give
Infernal
up.
Tutor, yeah. But he's just dead on board, so there's nothing he can do.
Yeah. Well, that's the match. It goes to Tez Raider. I think
Yep.
he got the perfect. He top decked all those pieces
Yeah.
in a row.
Yeah, Ryan, he definitely drew well. The problem was there was a lot of hate to fight through, and
Yeah.
like the 1-up sphere is easy to deal with, but the Chalice backup was pretty rough. Like,
It was basically just everything that could possibly go wrong went wrong, even
Yeah.
after having a pretty alright hand and all that.
yeah, and that's kind of what happens when you play Storm, is that you'll play against decks like Tesserator or against Eldrazi or D&T decks that are like fairly non-blue, like don't have a lot of card filter, and just hope to mulligan into hate pieces or just have them.
Yeah.
And then they just keep throwing them on the table until Storm decides to pick up their cards, or Storm kills them through the pieces.
Yeah. Which in this case it was just pick up all the cards.
Yeah.
We're gonna go back up and we'll see you in a minute. Little Derpy Plays, thank you for joining us. I really appreciate it, everyone who follows. We really do. I'm bad at sappy TJ. TJ will come back. When he comes back, he'll be extra sappy, I promise. Yep, thank you all for watching. We are on round 2 out of 4 of Legacy on Friday night, or FNM. Well, it's not really FNM, it's our unsanctioned proxy Legacy underground battle for all of the marbles. So yeah, we're here. We're probably looking at moving to round 3 instead of finding another match. TJ is not playing. TJ is off on a quest for magical purposes. I don't actually know what he's doing. He's working on a project, and that's all I know. Yeah. So, how's everyone feeling this Friday night? Everyone got their bowl, got their cereal. Waking up at 7 a.m. Not magic related. All right, I figured. Who is Steven? Oh yeah, that's me. I am Steven, and that is not. Oh, what do we got?
Well, currently nothing. There's like one more game that's going in round 3.
All right.
And they're going to wrap up. There's like 6 minutes left.
Okay, cool.
So, ironically enough, it's Rug Delver versus Goblins again.
Oh man, we have quite the diverse meta here, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. If you were playing tonight, were you going to be playing Storm?
Yeah. I'm actually trying out just goofing off a bit with the list.
Magus of the Will?
Yeah, it's probably not good, but it's kind of silly.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to run 2 Magus of the Will and a Shallow Grave in Storm, which makes you do really degenerate stuff, like so you can LED sack and bin the Magus, and your tutor goes to grab Shallow, and you get it, and you get your Lion's Eye Diamonds back.
Yeah.
But it's probably just...
Is there a reason to keep calling you the Giant Slayer? Is it because your name is James?
No, it's an old story.
Would you like to tell it? I'm confused. Because I kept seeing come up, and I'm like, I have no, like... build your own jar.
Yeah, Andy, that's pretty much what that combo boils down to. So that story is a long time ago. I think it was like 2011. I had like just started playing Legacy, maybe not even a year. And this was back when Star City Games still came to town.
Yeah.
And it was a Star City Games Invitational or Open, whatever they called it. Anyways, round 1, I get paired up against, Jensen, Huey, Williams.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, go to my table, sit down. And like, I had just been playing Magic for about 3 years. And I was pretty much a casual standard scrub before then. And just migrated to casual Legacy scrub. I just kind of upgraded just a bit.
You did skip being a modern scrub.
Yeah, I skipped that. Special thanks to Chris Ferder for showing me Legacy. Anyways, so I sit down next to Huey, and I didn't know him because, again, I was casual and I didn't really follow like all the high level competitors. Anyway, so I just opened with how I always start a match on. Hi, how long have you been playing Magic? Anyways, about like 40 minutes later or whatever, I win the match, and then that was pretty much that. And then after that, the name kind of stuck that they're like the Giant Slayer.
Oh, because yeah. And that is true, Doro. Some people didn't have Modern to skip into. When I started playing is when Modern. I remember one of the first things I hear, like being in a local gaming store, was like, as I was like drafting, or like something, and someone's like, "I don't think this new Modern format is gonna really like. We have extended. Why would we ever play Modern?"
Yeah.
And that's the it made me think when people first started talking about Frontier, it's like, why do we need Frontier? We have Modern. And then it's like, I remember when people said the same thing about Modern. But I think that this jump from Extended to Modern is a lot different than from Frontier or Modern Frontier, especially because Frontier basically is just Extended.
Yeah.
For now.
Like Modern was around when I made the jump, but it was just like it was in its infancy. I remember.
Yeah.
Like, I think they did an emergency ban on the Soul lands, the 12-post lands.
Yeah.
Because they're like, oh, this is really broken.
Yeah.
Because I remember one of my friends at the time, he's like, well, yeah, I was going to play, but they banned my deck. And I feel like that's kind of been the story of Modern ever since. That they just tend to ban anything that becomes too broken.
TJ's been banned. There's no TJ's. Whoa, that's really sweet. I never noticed that over there. It's
What?
that sign.
Oh, sweet.
Oh.
Isn't that TJ's?
Probably.
Probably. It looks better with the beanie on underneath it. Adds like another level of depth to the hat structure.
What deck did you use to slay the giant?
Rug Delver.
Rug Delver. Is that why you have such a soft spot?
Yeah, I played that deck for about 4 years, up until just recently Grand Prix Louisville, and the deck's still really good. A friend of mine, Patrick Tierney, made I think like 17th with with a Rug Delver list at Louisville, while I was running 73 of the 75, and didn't make day 2. But Delver decks just in general are
Looking for another hat.
why is there like a clip back here?
Oh, it's to hold it on.
Oh, okay.
That's
So
good.
you can just do like fast head motions and like it doesn't fall off. That's pretty good.
Right.
But-
So when you said you used to be a standard scrub, well, this was probably back in the day when standard was a decent format.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Yeah. I'm really excited for the new set because like looking through the spoilers, I know you're a legacy player and you don't have time for that kind of thing, but it looks like it's just full of hate for the current meta.
Yeah, I think one of the like my favorite things that I've seen from this new set is on some Facebook group. There's this picture and it showed like there's that one. It's like a red drop whenever you discard or cycle a card.
The
gets
1/2
+1,
yeah,
or something like that.
The Flame Blade Adept.
Yeah, and then
Or something like that.
There's like a 2-mana green Mamba Snake something
Oh,
or
Noose
another.
Constrictor.
That like whenever you discard a card or cycle a card, it gets +1, and or no, it's discard a card and it gets +1.
Yeah, it's like that one jackal thing.
And then so they showed this green creature. Let's see, there's my hand. This green creature plus the red creature, or reverse that, and shadow.
That is quite the hat you have there.
It's 2 hats actually.
Oh.
Yeah.
So is the next round started?
This is our round 3.
So we have who? Larry versus
And Josh.
Josh. Okay.
All right. Is
Look
Larry?
at that. He's
Yep.
still facing the wall.
And what is Josh? Oh, Josh.
Yep, that's what Josh is playing.
I'm just.
What is?
It's called 4-color control. That's what it is.
4-color control.
Is it like the?
No, actually, if you want to come up with a fun name for it, just call it Baleful Strix Tribal. So
I
that's
know.
what it
I
is.
know.
It's just Baleful Strix, ways to get back Baleful Strix.
Is this a Chase Hansen
No. Chase.
Chase wishes he was this bad at Magic.
No, Chase doesn't. Chase does not approve of all of this.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're gonna head on down. I gotta change this to a Baleful Strix.
But yeah, so there's like I guess a new combo in standard that's that red 1-drop, which gets +1 for cycling or discarding, and the Mamba that has whenever you discard or you can discard to it to give +1. And then you use Shadow of the Grave, that 2 mana, to buy back all the cards you discarded. And you just do it again, and you dumpster them for upwards of 20 on turn 2.
All right. Well, we're gonna go down. It's not even that hard to get that combo up and going. Anyways, we're heading down to that.
I saw that, and it just kind of was like, huh, this looks like Death's Shadow in standard.
Basically, it's also Jund.
Yeah, because that color combination never ends in anything bad happening, right?
I don't know for certain about the blue-red Prowess deck. There's I don't think so. Jund Death Shadow is just so good because it plays all of the best cards, and it's just so hard to hate out the deck.
Yeah, I've tried kind of messing around with that deck a bit online. And my experience with it was they always had one more piece of removal than I had runners. And I just wanted to claw my eyes out and go back to Legacy.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'll never leave you again, Legacy.
I enjoy that Legacy has so many different, so many viable decks. So many decks you can play. Not that they're as good as other decks, but they're so because the difference between decks is with the exception of blue X Delvers, Bug and Rug and anything that plays Delvers they have a lot of bleed together. But then outside of that, once you get outside of that, there's just so you got Storm, you got lands, you got Tezzerator, you got all sorts of things, all sorts of and there's a lot of really cool things you can do in Legacy. Yeah, like Aluren.
Yeah, Aluren's definitely a fun combo deck. Legacy has, despite some misconceptions about it, a really wide array of decks that you can play in it.
It looks like Tezzerator. They're just going with their regular ones. Yeah.
Let's see.
Doro, this is a lot of responsibility.
Wait, is the timer running?
Yeah, the timer is running.
Okay, it's running now?
It changes back and forth between the rounds and the timer.
Okay.
See?
Okay, there it is.
And it is going, yeah. I like any deck that turn 1 plays a Signet.
Alright, so Larry is curving out
yeah.
really well.
Turn to Tezzeret.
So
for those of you who don't know what Tezzeret does.
Does it untap an artifact?
It untaps 2, I believe. This is Tezzeret Agent Ebola. Comma. Top card view.
Let's see. Services.
No, the other one is the one that untaps. This is the one that looks at the top 4.
Yeah.
You get an artifact. -1 becomes a 5/5, and then the ult, which is at 4.
Drain life. Right?
Yeah. It's 2 times X for X the number of artifacts.
That's right. Okay. Yeah. For some reason, I thought it's -1 untapped an artifact and made it a 5/5.
No,
but
no.
That probably would have been too broken.
Yeah. So this is the card the deck is named after. This is basically the deck.
So Josh is probably going to get beaten down here soon.
Yeah, he's probably gonna lose.
Larry has an EE that he pulled off of the Tezzeret filter or whatever.
Yeah.
Which that's pretty good.
He's got a lot of lands in his hand. And he's got 1 Baleful Strix, which is what his deck is named after. And by the way, if you don't know what the Strix combo is, it's playing Baleful Strix and winning the game. Yeah.
Ah.
That is the combo. His combo is casting Baleful Strix as many times as possible. He's playing a Wretched Confluence.
A Wretched Confluence. Why here? If he's going to play that, let me see. If his plan is Wretched Confluence, whatever that is, why not just run that and just
A Coat of Arms?
yeah?
Because he only has 4 Baleful Strix. It's coming.
Oh,
I clicked it away.
disappeared.
Mm-hmm.
He just needs to run as many Strixi. Wait, let's see.
Yeah.
There we go. He just needs to run as many Strixi as
The
he can.
Parasitic Strix? I think they're just birds.
What? Those are birds?
They're just
Okay.
birds.
He needs to find more Strixis. Strixes?
I don't know. I feel like Strix is a made-up word.
No. It's a mythical creature. That's not made up.
Yeah. This is the card he showed me.
Alright.
Target player draws a card and loses 1 life. Target creature gets -2/-2 on return. Return target creature from your graveyard to hand. The reason he plays it is because it returns 3 Baleful Strix from the graveyard to the hand. Yeah. This is not Aluren. He does not play Aluren now.
No, this is something much different.
Doesn't play Cavern Harpies. I'm pretty sure Larry's just gonna have this one on lock. And there's a Mind Sculptor. That's not very good against Baleful Strix though, 'cause bouncing it
Yeah,
just lets him draw another card.
but Fate Seal's kind of a thing.
And the double diversified threats.
Yeah.
They are both using the new Ultra Pro Eclipse sleeves.
So how are those? I've heard really good things. I'm a Dragon Shield mat user myself.
It depends on what you really want from the sleeve. I feel like the Eclipse sleeves are just like, if you're just gonna play Magic, if you're just going to play Magic, it's the most basic sleeve you can now have.
Huh. Interesting.
I think for people who use their cards a lot more, I've heard Dragon Shields are still tougher.
Ah, okay.
And that the Eclipse sleeves don't show foils as well. Yeah. But I really do like that they are like the inner part is like black, and like the back part is color.
Huh, interesting.
Yeah. So you won't be able to see you won't see card backs through the back.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. So the white ones and all the lighter colors. Yeah. Eclipse sleeves, like in terms of quality, it's like it really does depend on what you want out of your sleeve, which is usually the case. There's a lot of talk about how KMCs have like really lost like their quality, but it's really hard to know because there's no like definite like. There's still going to be a lot of good KMCs out there, because no one knows when they swapped over.
Yeah. So that's a lot of lands in Josh's hand, and a lot of non-land cards in his Ponder stack that he's keeping. Look like a Jace, a Force, and I think I saw a Parasitic Strix or Cavern Harpy. Is that a Cavern Harpy?
I don't think he plays Cavern Harpy.
What is it? Toxic Deluge? Yeah, Deluge.
That is not the thing that he came up with. Dragon Shields didn't change. What changed are the KMCs.
Interesting. The Tolarian Academy on YouTube, they're a pretty good channel. They have some good videos. I'll have to check that out.
It's a good video. Like half of the video is just him ripping apart KMCs.
That's great. You just get to like, it's like this strength contest of nerds. You just see, and that's how much pressure it takes to rip the sleeve.
Too far.
Alright, so Larry is assembling Thopter combo, I guess, because 2 Planeswalkers weren't enough. And EE on 2 to wipe out a Strix and a Snapcaster. These are all good things until Wretched Confluence hits and buys back the Strix.
But it is 5 mana. I did let him know that out of all of the Confluences, it is, in fact, the worst.
Yeah, 5 mana is a lot in Legacy.
It might not be the worst. I don't know what the green one does at all. I know the blue one's pretty alright, especially in Cube. The red one is actually like Legacy playable. Destroy an artifact, 1 to an opponent and 2 to a creature, I think like that. Something like that. When you choose 3 of them.
Okay.
It just has so much, and I think it's 4 in an instant, but I'm not sure.
Okay.
It does see some slight legacy sideboard and like burn and stuff.
Okay. All right. I could see that.
Yeah, Fiery Confluence is the red one.
Yeah, let's get that sweet burn sideboard card up here.
I said
I
it
like
is
burn.
2 red.
I don't actually
it is
know
sorcery.
burn sideboard cards.
2 to each opponent, 1 to each creature.
Okay.
So it has the modes and the variety. Anyone know what the name of the green one is? That is true, Doro, but I don't know why you'd want to. Probably the red one.
Alright, so stuff just got blown up. And Tezzeret got pecked at by a bird, I think.
Yeah. I think, again, there's not a lot happening, but then Josh's deck doesn't do a whole lot.
Well, from what I can tell, Larry is drawing lots of cards each turn, and Josh is not. One interaction I didn't see until just now is Larry can kind of like make a fixed brainstorm or something like that, because I think he might be doing that in the wrong order. Well, so like Larry can be doing a lot of things right now, but one thing that I noticed that's interesting is if he brainstorms first,
You want to let him know that his EE blew up his signets? Just say like EE signets? I don't know.
Hey, Larry, something's wrong.
With your signets
EE.
are 2.
And signets. Call a judge. I don't know.
What it's worth, it doesn't matter.
Call a judge.
I am a judge. Just
I don't know.
Just ignore it. It's for whatever. Yeah.
Did he cast it?
The thing is, like, this isn't a sanctioned legacy tournament.
Yeah.
So it's just whatever.
Yeah. I don't know. I just, when in doubt, my initial reaction is call a judge.
Yeah. Kolaghan's command is pretty strong against.
That's good.
He does get to activate the combo twice.
Right, but he doesn't have multiple things to sack to it, right?
Yeah.
Or I guess no, derp. That's how the combo works.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he gets 2 runners. Like right now, it's Larry's just like, how do I want to end this game?
Yeah.
I can Thopter beat, I can drain him, I can Fate Seal him to death.
He can drain him for 6. He also just now has a 2/3 and a 1/1.
Like, really, there should just be like a giant wheel on the board right now, which has like all these different avenues to win. And Larry should just spin one each time.
He can also make that Thopter 5/5, yeah.
Yeah. I like...
And Josh's hand is pretty bad.
Yeah, Force is a lot.
Snapcaster Force, a lot of lands, and I think Toxic Deluge.
Yeah, Force
I think he's going to Deluge.
Ugh. I guess. That kills your death rate, though. I don't know, I mean, I guess you're going to die to a 5/5 flyer anyways.
He's paying 1 life.
Is Sword...
The sword gives +1/+2.
+1/+2?
I believe. Sword of...
Okay.
Oh man, Sword of the... There we go. Sword of the Meek gives +1/+2. And whenever a 1/1 creature comes to play, you can attach it to it. Technically, Snow isn't a mana type.
Don't tell Scred Red that.
It's not a mana type. It's a weird thing.
That's the best description ever.
It's a weird thing.
It's a weird thing.
Like, the snow symbol cares about mana produced by snow permanents.
Snow
It's not
permanents?
Snow mana.
He didn't mean that, okay? You're fine just the way you are. Yeah, once he kind of learned their lesson the first time they did that, which was messing with mana symbols isn't actually that good of a thing for constructed play.
Yeah. Yeah, E is for energy.
Alright, another signet.
Because there are a lot of cards now that do say, like, add mana of any type. which is to get the 5 colors and colorless. It
right.
cannot produce snow mana. Only snow permanents can produce snow mana, which
So
isn't exactly snow
like,
mana.
Did they just have to go through and like do a checklist of each card and decide, okay, this one's being errated to adding colorless, this one's not? Like
More or less, yes, that is exactly what they do.
Like that's
What
so
is
silly.
what just got cast? I do not recognize
So that's transmute artifact.
Alright. Yeah, I got it.
Okay, yeah, you do it. Which, pretty much, you sack an artifact.
That does not help. Is it basically Tinker?
Put it over here. Oh yeah, it's a fixed Tinker. So you sacrifice. Yeah, even like reading it doesn't really help.
I think it's Tinker, and then Tinker was made to be this.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
This came first, and then Tinker, because that's how they fixed things back then.
And then they refixed Tinker much later on.
Yeah.
So lots of other things.
Yeah. Anyway, so what did he sack? He sacked the sword to go grab another foundry. That's pretty good.
That's exactly what he wants to do. Because then now he can sack just like a Signet and get back, or he can sack that one Thopter and get back into it. I think that the life totals keep changing on me.
Wait, they're dealing damage to each other? What?
He has an Ancient Tomb. And Josh, yeah.
He'll kill Josh with Planeswalkers before that, I hope.
Yeah. Can't sack Thopter? Does Thopter Foundry sacrifice non-Thopters? Interesting. I've never read the card.
Did he just sacrifice it?
No.
Oh, okay.
I said he could, but he can't.
I'm pretty sure Sword of the Meek is 2, and so is Foundry.
Yeah.
No, I think he sacrificed the sword. Because the sword is in the graveyard,
Yeah.
and it was attached to the token. If I remember right, that happened post-combat after he attacked. So I'm pretty sure like everything's going right right now. Yeah.
The reason he only has one token is one of the tokens died.
Yeah.
Because it's into a Toxic Deluge for 1.
Right.
So he's going to return a Baleful Strix to his hand and
Blow up the Foundry?
kill a thing.
And so it looks like he's
He's tapping for all of the mana to get back he's going to gain life and then lose life.
Yeah, so he's taking 2 and then gaining 3 for net gainer 1, right? I think that's right.
Yeah. Well, no, he also tapped other mana, so...
Wasn't it just the Tomb and the Signet for 3 total mana?
He tapped a land to activate the Signet for 2, and then Tomb for 2. So total 4.
And a net loss of 2, so...
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, okay. See, this is why I stick to, like, Delver decks and Storm. Just very few permanents.
This is the reason I like Storm is my favorite.
You have all these, like, wheels and cogs in your deck, but they're all in your hand in cantrips. They're not in play. I don't have to like fumble around with dice or anything. I just have to write down, okay, my opponent's life is this much. I need to storm for this much. And am I at threshold?
Yeah. The 4-color Strix combo is a joke. Josh is playing a deck that is entirely around playing as many Baleful Strix as possible. And that all of this card, it's basically like Grixis-ish control, and then plays Baleful Strix, plays cards like Kolaghan's Command, because it's a good card, also gets back Baleful Strix.
Ooh. That is...
A Liquid Metal Coating.
Yes. So, he's
making his
that.
land an artifact,
And
he's draining him for
3, 4, so
5.
8.
Because he made his land an artifact.
Oh yeah, yep.
So,
so 10, and Josh is picking them up now.
Yeah,
okay.
Because he has. Oh, this is 4 Thopters.
Oh, yeah, that's
so
a lot more.
That's a lot more. So yeah.
Okay.
Larry does get that first game.
I feel kind of bad, but once I saw 2 Planeswalkers, I think anytime somebody untaps with 2 Planeswalkers, they're going to win.
Yeah.
I really don't think you can lose from that standpoint.
Yeah.
Like,
Chase, it's a pile. We were told that you do not approve of it, so yeah. It's you should play playing Phantasmal. Yeah.
See, I'm still an advocate for Coat of Arms in this
Yeah.
deck and more Strixai.
There is
Which-
no new mana type in the Egypt set.
I'm still pretty sure Strixai is a plural form
Mm-hmm.
of Strixes.
Strixes?
Strixai? Strixes?
Let us go to Google.
Is it Strixes
plural
or Strixai?
of Strix?
Alright, let's see here.
Let's see here. Plural. Striges? Striges?
Here,
Striges. It looks
We
like
should just put
Striges.
this in the spoiler
Nah,
here.
whatever.
Alright, so...
The plural of moose is meese, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, I know mongoose, the plural of that is mongoose.
No, it's mongooses. It's a weird. Doesn't follow the pattern.
I play the card, I'll call it what I want.
that's kind of how I feel. What is? Oh, it's just tokens. Yeah.
Yeah, if it was like Relentless Rats, Shardless might be a bit better than it already is.
Yeah.
Card's pretty good in that deck. Well, I guess it's good against Delver decks. Alright, so... I have no idea what these decks are sideboarding. I mean...
Josh could be playing anything.
Alright,
It is a pile.
so Josh is in left field. Larry is... what?
I'm a moosologist. I've got a doctorate in moosology. The plural of moose
okay.
is meese.
Alright. But the plural of mongoose, I'm still saying is mongoose.
That's fine. I'm not a mongoosologist. Just a moosologist.
Well, yeah, Doro... yeah.
I mean, I've seen a moose in real life, so
Yeah, English is... it's the most messed up language. I work with a lot of people that were they didn't speak English as their native language,
yeah.
and they're like, "Why does it work this way, or why is this right, or that?" And I'm just like "That's right," and they'll ask.
I've been attempting to learn German,
Oh dear God.
and there are 3 different ways to say the so far. Like, I'm not that far into it, but there's so far 3 different ways, and from what I've seen, there's more than 3 ways to say the.
What I've been told is, if somebody who's good at German can sit you down and explain to you how to read the language and pronounce it, because it is the most literal. You read something and that's how you pronounce it, but it's also the most literal language.
See, for me, I can read, like, very basic children's books. I can read them, and I can understand them, but I could not write them. Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I can't write children's books. Like, I don't think they'd turn out well. And we're talking about English.
Yeah.
Like, they just turn into some, like, random thing, and the kid would be like, "What's going on?"
It's basic things like the dog is drinking water.
Is it Clifford the Big Red Dog?
Basically.
Drinking water? Ah, okay.
Yeah. I want to learn a lot of languages, because I don't know.
So what does Josh have? It looks like a Decay and some other stuff. I think I saw like 5 lands.
They like hiding things from us. He's got Decay, a Strix, a lot of fetches. A lot of fetches.
But he solved the combo, or at least half of it. No, it's a 1-card combo. He has Strix, so he wins, right? Right?
Yeah. I think he's... These arrows are so tiny.
TJ, we never realized how much he did for the stream. We miss you.
Also, to David, who made this.
Oh.
We appreciate you, David,
Nice.
but tiny little arrows hard to click. Not trying to be nitpicky or anything, but yeah. Alright, so Josh has assembled his combo already. He's cast a Baleful Strix on
Yep.
curve.
So, he has 1, right? Or will?
No.
Like 20 turns later?
Because the real combo. It's like there's the combo and there's the real combo. Oh man, I don't think that really does a lot against him. It turns off all of the brainstorms and ponders, but he does have an abrupt decay.
Like that's like playing Chalice of the Void against Shardless. It's like they have 2, they have 3, they have 4. What are you going to name? Like, I don't think I've ever seen a Chalice of the Void on 3. I've seen a Chalice on 1 and a Chalice on 2 and play at the same time. Now that's really silly.
I've seen a Mighty Chalice from Tron decks like on things like 4 and 5.
Wow.
We were saying that you do a lot for us, and that we're nitpicking on the size of the arrows on the thing over here, and clicking life totals down, because I've upped life totals a lot more than I've meant to. It's like might as well. Ooh.
Ooh.
This is the hot tech against Josh's deck. He has to counter this.
Yeah.
Because he just straight steals the Strixes. It just changed.
Small arrow.
Yeah.
Alright.
Alright.
So,
There you go.
The greatest thief in the universe did not break into the battlefield.
And steal the Baleful
Unfortunately.
Strix.
Yeah.
Because Strix is an artifact.
Yep. That is what's his name? Yeah, Dak. That's Dak's like dream to just steal all the Strixes.
All of the Strixes.
All the Strixes. Wait, Strixi or Strix?
Striges.
Striges. Okay. Alright, so Jace the Mind Sculptor, the best sculptor in the universe, has entered the fray.
High boot? Low boot. So I still think that, although Larry's facing down 1 Baleful Strix and 1 Jace the Mind Sculptor, because he does have he has lots of combos, lots of ways to just suddenly win the game.
So Josh's deck is putting up a good front to not looking like a pile right now. Like I could walk in and be like, this looks like a pretty good 4-color control deck. I'd be like, that guy's favored. But now there's Tezzerator. And I'm like, I don't know.
And Josh is asking for him to make his Baleful Strix a 5/5.
I mean, it'd speed up Josh's clock by a lot.
5.
Oh. Come on. Strixi? Strixes. Stridges? We'll figure it out. Don't worry, Daro. We have, like...
We're gonna ban Josh from playing this deck, just so we don't have to deal with multiple Baleful Strix.
I like that plan. Just solve it there.
I'm also cool with just banning Josh from the stream, just from this
I don't know.
this pile.
This is the first time I've been on this stream, so...
I like how
is this pile common?
Yes.
Yeah.
I like that Chase popped in. Is like, is this an actual combo? No. All right, later. Yeah. Done. He's out. All right.
Wait, me?
No, Josh. Josh is banned.
Okay.
You're not banned. You remember you're on. You're in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I just noticed this is the first time I'm on stream.
Baleful stricken.
Okay.
That actually makes sense because they come from like the same root word of why chickens are called chickens. Yeah, chicken.
We should just have like a hat
Chicks.
with
Chickens.
a bunch of different possible plurals in it, and just pull one out each time. Like we have paper to do that right here, right?
Oh yeah. I threw all of the clicky pens so I wouldn't click them. So
okay.
we're gonna have to deal with this.
All right.
By the way, I threw all of the clicky pens, TJ. We're gonna have to deal with this. All right, the list. Already has Troy on the. Troy and Josh are already on this piece of paper. So let's see. Why? I'll ask later on why. I know why a few of these are. And Nate. The list is official.
Alright, so death rights,
Banned.
plural death rights have entered the fray.
I believe it's. The REITs?
Death Threaten. So it looks like Josh is going to win by the skin of his death rates. I don't think Strix is actually going to be the final blow.
McStang 1986, if you're listening, thank you for the auto host. We appreciate it. Ooh, that's his own Baleful Strix. And I think that the important thing is that Baleful Strix does hard counter Baleful Strix.
Yes, it does. They just kind of stare at each other.
It's not as that one's assigned Strix as well.
Yeah, it's not as impressive as a Strix staring down Emrakul. When you have like a bird staring down the spaghetti monster, it's much more intense. But birds staring at birds is fine too.
Birds staring at birds. That's also a really clever username, Troy. Trojan horse. So he's now up to 3 artifacts for this Tezzeret. Or 4, because he has the chalice.
Okay.
Which is 8.
Yeah. Are there creatures in the graveyards? No.
No.
Here comes the Kolaghan's command. It's going to be 1 less artifact.
It's going to be 2 less artifacts.
Oh.
Because he's going to destroy an artifact to 2 damage, which is like
really
one of the most powerful cards I think they've printed in recent years is Kolaghan's command, because it does so much.
That card does a lot. In Legacy, it'd definitely be like. It's definitely good in Legacy. It's definitely playable. But 3 mana is a bit rough.
Yeah.
Like in Modern.
In Modern, it has a lot more impact because of decks like Affinity being played, and in fact has the land that are artifacts.
And not only
instant speed discard. Yeah. And it gets back your Bobs, your Goyfs, your
Snapcasters, and like Death's Shadow. Like. It does a lot in Modern. In Legacy, it's pretty good. Like the main problem is that it's 3 mana and decks like primarily D&D that you want to blow up artifacts against are just harassing your mana base. They're just like wastelanding it and porting it, and you're like, how do I get to 3 mana? Is that even possible?
Yeah.
No, it's definitely good in Legacy Doro. It's just. It's hard to cast. More so than in Modern.
I think actually now Josh has this game pretty...
Yep. We have a Snapcaster on deck to flashback a K command. Now he'll have Ambush Viper beats, plus the Strix beats, plus Deathrite drains. So he'll actually have a clock now. I think.
Ooh, but he might have to... Oh, he could almost just hardcast Force Will. Snapcast, but not quite.
Well, if he had his death rates back, he could just snap Force.
I think he's gonna grab the half the Thopter combo.
I think, yeah, that'd be pretty good. He might, you know what? He probably only has like 1 Sword of the Meat to. Or he just has that.
Yeah, that kind of works too.
Yeah, he could just have it.
Yeah. I think in this case he might just have gotten himself back in.
Yeah, we'll definitely stall the skies from the Strix flying over. Oh, another Strix.
If your opposing deck is harassing your mana base, you should play Terra Eternal.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I still think Port still harasses through that, right?
Yeah, well, the sticks and stones break my bones, but words will never hurt me. So now you can't be hurt by the sticks and stones because you're indestructible and the words don't hurt you.
Port's just taxing you. That's the other part of death and taxes. The 2 things you can never evade.
Yeah. See, the awkward part where, the K command gets both kills the Tezzeret and the Thopter Foundry.
Oh gosh. Yeah, that card does a lot.
He just still has so many ways of coming back.
It's funny, K command It reminds me of again. I'm trying to play Modern,
Mm-hmm.
and I've been trying to play Cryptic Command some. That card has a lot of text.
That card has a lot of text, and it's not so well suited for the current meta. The
Yeah.
triple blue is pretty rough.
It's all the commands are really good cards, is what I'm finding. They're just they're very unintuitive because there's so much text on them. I just like stifle. It's one line
For the
that
long-
stops the opponent.
For the longest time, the player reward cryptic command, the Texas one,
Oh, yeah.
was worth less than a regular cryptic command because you couldn't read it. All right, so
That's
Josh has
great.
played a real legacy card here. He just played Leovold. His whole board is just full of like legacy cards.
Yeah, it
Mm-hmm.
it looks like a Shardless Bug deck right now, to be honest. Minus like the Volks hanging out over there and the Vulcans coming.
He's hiding his Leovold behind the Deathray Shaman. So, I just ignore this guy.
So I kind of just want somebody to like die right now.
I think Josh kind of just like this is where he starts to win very slowly.
And by slowly, what, like, I guess
He's got 3 in the
Jace tap
air.
up,
Whoa! He's stopped the Leovold only draw 1 card per turn.
oh, okay. Wait, draw 1 card off of Strix?
He just played the Strix.
Oh, yeah, okay. There's so many Strix, Strixi? Strixes.
Strickens.
Strickens. Alright, we'll go with
Yeah.
that one. There's so many Strickens flying around, I lost track.
Yeah, I think that's why Josh is winning. It's just that even when Larry plays one, it just increases the amount that Josh is winning. Because that's his game plan, is to play Baleful Strix.
You know, I think...
Wow!
I think Coat of Arms works on both sides. So that'd definitely be in Josh's favor right now.
That is a coercive portal.
Now this... I think it's around labeled?
No, this... Yeah. The thing is, he gets to choose what happens.
Well,
Or,
no,
no, he
because
gets-
if they're
yeah.
tied... What happens
yeah,
if they're
he ties, he
tied
draws a
again?
card. If there's the vote's tied, draw a card. So I guess
Okay.
it doesn't really do
Yeah, so
anything.
it doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
I thought, like, if it was put the top card of your library into your hand, something like Dark Confidant or Ad
Basically-
Nauseam wording.
They can choose to wipe the field.
Yeah, that's true. No, because if it's
Because
tied,
if
it
Le-
defaults to
Yeah, if it's tied, it's draw. So Larry every time just says blow up the board. Josh says draw. I have a Leovold. I don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So then it's just stalemate still.
yeah. It's basically actually does nothing.
Yeah. Until Leovold's out, and then it's draw a card.
Yeah. With the sometimes can blow up the board.
Yeah.
Yeah, Larry's just gonna windmill slam Brago's representative. And just, haha, I have 2 votes. Or he's gonna play the one that if your opponent doesn't agree with you, they lose life. Yeah, he's just gonna
Okay.
skip to Leovold.
Alright,
They're gonna go to
finally.
a long, drawn-out game 3.
What? How much time is left in round? Like, I feel like Miracles kills somebody faster than this.
14 minutes left.
Yeah. Miracles kills faster than at least Josh's deck, I think.
Yeah.
I think Larry's kills faster than Miracles. Like, that's a hierarchy we're at right now in terms of
Yeah.
who wins the match first.
I think that Fort Kiddo has got to be the best icon we have now. I am not... Where am I typing? Oh, I don't even know where I'm typing. Alright. I'm not typing anywhere. Alright, good. I'm just gonna do some Fort Kiddos.
Yay, Fort Kiddo.
Yeah. I don't know if he had another Foundry, though. He might not have had another Foundry. That's probably...
He'd already gone through 2, right?
Yeah, I think that's why he grabbed the coercive portals. Just like, there's the possibility that Josh accidentally says Carnage.
Ah!
I don't know.
The classic Infernal Tutor, go grab tendrils, kill you, and your opponent's like, okay, I scoop. You're like, aha! I'm not running a tendrils main. Haha! Gotcha. Just get
Yeah.
that extra card slot in there.
Just do the LSV thing, play Storm, don't put it in the tendrils, just be like,
Yep.
And Burning Wish?
Yeah. Like, you can do a lot of, like... LSV has done a lot of amazing things. My favorite is still the, look at what I did to the game for value. It's, have you seen that video?
Which one?
It's the Oblivion Ring.
Oh, the Oblivion. He's like,
crash.
the part where,
Or
like,
Magic the Gathering.
he
Online
didn't
crash.
need to do it.
No, but he's just like...
He's like, I wonder what happens if I do this.
You
And then
know
he
it.
does it, and then mandatory infinite loop.
Yep. There's no choices anywhere. The game just breaks. I love at the end of it, he's like, you know what? This is using his clock time, so I guess that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, a Null Rod on Josh's hand. But it looks like a one-lander with...
The thing about
it's
Null
gone.
Rod is that it doesn't do anything.
Ah.
If I had a nickel for every time I made that joke, I could probably buy up all of the Null Rods.
They're not like $100 like they were for that hot minute. It's
Yeah.
like right when everybody freaked out or something that the market was gonna burst. Like about 6 months ago, 8 months ago, something like that.
Mhm.
Null Rods were up to $100.
That's gross and dumb.
Yeah.
Oh man, foil, like astral slides. Like people are buying out foil astral slides.
Oh, because of the new cycling.
Eh. Okay. So and like fluctuators, because it's like, oh man,
So,
fluctuator and legacies. Like,
so one of my friends has this really fun casual format that's called Block Battles, and he just has every winning block constructed deck.
yeah.
And one of them was the Astral Slide deck. It was so
Yeah.
much fun. Alright, so Josh has a Snapcaster, some lands, a Null Rod. It doesn't do anything.
So see, the thing
fetch.
about Astral Slide, it was an Onslaught standard deck, and that's it.
It's a fun card.
It is a fun card, and a Chalice on one.
That
Hello.
also does nothing.
That is terrifying.
What the heck? Duck face.
Oops! I accidentally took away his wins instead of his life. Oops! And nailed it. It is in fact a tier 500 legacy.
Alright, so we have 2 artifacts. Those have been the first 4 turns of the game, have been artifacts that do nothing. This is what you came for in Legacy, right?
Yeah, this is everyone thinking Legacy is like, oh man, you either win or lose on turn 1, and then it's not really, but it's like
No, it's Null Rods and Chalices.
it's a whole, especially between what we've seen between these two games is so much nothing. Like at no point has it ever felt like, oh man, like
Versus
someone
United.
really has a lead. Like Larry won game 1 just by ulting a Tezzeret for like burst. And then Josh won game 2 because Larry scooped because he didn't want to deal with 3 Baleful Strix and like
Yep.
a Snapcaster.
It's a really slow Delver clock. Alright, so Colgan's command. We don't
I
know
think
if
he's
it's
gonna
discarding or.
I think he's making
shocking?
him discard.
Like, blow it up, that's for sure. Is he shocking? Okay, he's shocking.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Interesting.
Do you like that? I'm curious if, like, discard here makes sense.
I'd make him discard.
Like,
Or maybe, I don't know,
I think.
oh, I think he did make him discard.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Oh.
So he made him discard the Deluge. or
He lost
discard-
2 life to casting the Chalice.
Oh, yeah. But, it was more so like he reached for the die, and I thought he was gonna
Yeah.
lose 2. Yeah, I think.
Is that just a regular counterspell?
Yep. Yeah, I think that's. It's not Mercadian Masks, but it's one of the core sets
Mm-hmm.
based on Mercadian Masks art, I think. I
Yeah.
forget which art it is.
I like the dual deck one.
Mm.
I'm boring.
I really like the first one. Just the wizard going, no.
The 2 fingers.
Oh, yeah.
Nope. It's always just like fascinating when people in chat will just like, oh no, it's this edition.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree. The thing, like, that's the the hardest part about Legacy to me is, like, I don't like white borders. And you can't be that picky when it comes to borders and it comes to dual lands.
You know they have sleeves for that now.
They do.
Yeah.
They do.
Which I actually haven't seen if they're that good or not.
But like, if you want not
Ooh, Snap
white border
K
dual
Command.
lands, you gotta pay a lot of money.
Yeah. Snap K Command's pretty good here. I think like Snap Anything's good, but K Command
Yeah.
is just like
So much extra value.
We're doing everything. We're just doing everything.
I'll just take Sharpie to my later edition duels.
Nice.
Yeah, Chalice doesn't really do a whole lot. Because he isn't playing that many 1-drops. If he had a Chalice on 2, though, I think
Yeah.
Josh just automatically scoops.
Well, he has like the K Command out, but he's definitely a lot worse off.
Yeah, I think Josh is going to win this one. I got it.
Thanks.
There we go. And that's a painful truth. That's a standard card. That card's still in standard for those of you who know.
So, Josh is pretty much just drowning Larry in card advantage.
Yeah. The double up on the Null Rod. Oh, because he can't Signet. He can't cast Signets, or he can cast Signets, they just don't do anything.
Yeah, which that actually hurts Larry a lot. Whenever I played Delver against these Tezzerator decks, I found the best way to beat it was to go after their fast mana production, because they can't actually do anything then. Anything scary, at least.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a Duretti
Oh,
Salvager.
man.
Can you pull that up?
Yeah, I think we
I
have
don't know
to.
how to spell Duretti Spaghetti, whatever his name is.
It is the. Is it Scrap Savant? Or is it Ingenious? It's Ingenious Iconoclast. That, it +1, put in a 1/1 with Defender. Artifact.
Okay.
-1, sacrifice an artifact, destroy target artifact or creature. So, over time, this does get through the Null Rods.
It still does nothing.
And then his ult is choose target artifact in the graveyard or on the battlefield, and you get 3 token copies of it.
Okay. So, like, that's good. Planeswalkers are good.
Doro, if that ever happens, I will eat a tipple. And the Duretti goes down. And there's a Baleful Strix.
Yay, Strix.
So Josh is losing in the Strix battle.
Yep. We should have a Strix count for this match rather than actual, like,
Instead of life
match
totals?
points.
Yeah.
Or, yeah, even life totals. We should just have Strix counts.
There's so much nothing happening. What was that? What was in Josh? There's a gold card in his hand.
That's a Leovold.
Okay. It's like for a second, I'm like, is he playing Cruel Ultimatum?
Are we seeing another? So many K commands.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Pew pew.
Like, what do you even do? You had 4 K commands cast at you.
Yeah, that is the 4th K command.
So what we're seeing is death by shocks plus value.
Death by value. I don't think Larry comes back from this. Not through the double Null Rod. Not through the quad K command.
Yeah.
What's that? Doro, for the record, this many. 4.
Yep. Like, we need to have 4 boxes for the match points because that's how Josh won this, is with 4 K commands.
Yep, and he's scooping.
Yep.
I will steal your Null Rod. Got him.
Alright.
Yeah, this is in fact 4-color 2 for once.
So the Strix was just like the side plan, I guess? And the actual plan was kcommand.deck?
That is in fact what happened. Alright, we got 3 minutes left in this round. We've got 1 more round left after this. We're probably waiting on these guys. Josh doing a whole lot of nothing. So you want to go check out what's going on out there?
Yeah.
Oops, I am so good at this news desk. Hey, welcome. Thank you guys all for joining us. There are hostages in the chat. Thank you guys. This is our Friday Night Legacy. Thanks everyone who's watching. We appreciate all of your views, all of your support. It's pretty great. Replacement Sappy, while TJ's gone, he's in a better place. Well, yeah, how's it going? Friday night. It is now 10:16 in the Pacific Northwest. And, yeah, feeling pretty good. You guys so talkative during all the times we are talking. And then it's like, hey, interact with chat. Ah, everyone has to go to the bathroom. I guess that makes sense that while nothing's happening, everyone's going off and doing other things. Oh man, that should be our last empty icon. It should just be me, kind of like replacement Sappy. You can see my tiredness. I'm sorry. People are so great. Yeah, we're doing our best without TJ. He's off in a better place, doing good work. Doing good work. He's at home having a party without us. Any Eldrazi? I don't believe there's anyone playing Eldrazi. We have a lot of people playing Delver tonight. We have a Goblin. We have some weird bug deck, some weird 4-color Strix deck. I'm not sure quite what else. Someone's playing Storm. I think someone's playing Burn. Yeah. And the final round is up. We're about to find out what this last round is. TJ, you'd always rather be streaming. Wave your hands and rhyme a lot. I do not like green eggs and ham. I do not like them, Sam I am. I do not like them in a box. I do not like them with a fox. I do not like them here or there. I do not like them anywhere. TJ, you do rhyme a lot. I should just do like the modern day of rhyming and just rhyme everything with itself. I don't think that Shadow of the Grave is going to see much legacy. It does a little bit, but not a lot.
All right.
Woo! Final round. What do we got?
So we have Coleman on elves. He's on the wall. Then Dylan representing the home team, my home team, Rug Delver. So this will be an interesting match.
We got 0 wins on here, 0 wins there. They start 20 life. Coleman, let's go with.
So what is that artwork behind this?
I don't remember.
It looks like that Nerf Ancestral Visions from the core set or whatever. It's like if there's 20 or more cards, you can draw 3, I think.
Doro, fair use. Yep, fair use. Anyway, so let's head on down. Whee!
I work at 5 this morning.
All right. So, this is the best part of the match. Coleman, all of the band-aids from his hardcore shuffling, just... and that's why I wanted to go down early, just so we can see the amount of shuffling. Oh, man. Coleman, turn 0, already has the Hellrider, getting into the red zone.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna get... TJ, I'm afraid I have to give you a timeout. Typey. Not really, though.
Just 4 kilos. It's gotta be 4 kilo.
Got him. Let that be a warning. No, Coleman plays elves. He also, his EDH deck is elves.
So this matchup is definitely favored for Coleman. Dylan can win out. He just has to draw every Delver and every removal spell and not draw any dazes or like. Yeah, that's pretty much what has to happen. So
Yeah.
no sweat, right?
Right. You know what, TJ? I'm going to change the password. Not if I change it first.
Alright, so
Coleman has got a land. He's got a cradle. He has a
Pendlehaven.
Is it Pendlehaven? It looked like a cradle.
No, I saw a Pendlehaven. I know I saw that at least.
Does Elves play Pendlehaven?
Yeah, it's usually like a one of.
Oh yeah, sorry. It is. Yeah.
So Coleman has a Rex Sage, Pendlehaven Forest, Green Sun Zenith. I think that was a Birchlore Rangers or some old bordered. Fenrir
Coleman
Ball?
doing hardcore shuffling. There's a Reclamation Sage.
Yeah.
We're gonna start with a Nettle Sentinel.
Okay. Oh,
Yep.
is the timer going?
Yes, it is.
Alright. So we have a Goyf, which that's good so long as Coleman doesn't have the Wirewood symbiote beats going on.
Yeah.
Ah.
No, he wouldn't. The 1/2 Goyf block. That is the Birchlore Ranger, correct?
Yep. Yeah, so that will allow.
Oh no, that's
yeah,
it gets dazed. So hang on.
Okay. So
Okay, that is a Pendlehaven. And Aquarian Ranger.
That's actually, I think that's really intuitive of Coleman. Yeah, like Aquarian Ranger could be better if he's on like Green Sun Zenith.
Yeah, he has a Green Sun in hand.
Yeah, like being able to untap creatures is pretty strong. Birchlore is just a mana dork.
Does Dylan have any mainboard artifacts or enchantments?
No, Rex Sage is. It's
pretty
just
dead.
a
It's a good
3-mana bear.
Yeah.
Just a bear.
It's pretty good to have. Some decks is just super good against like goblins. And
Oh yeah.
And oh man, that Goyf got big pretty quick.
Yep.
So that's how the Goyf do.
Okay. So let's see. So
He's double Green Sun
right now he can produce.
and a Birchlore. I keep seeing Noble Hierarchs, but that doesn't make any sense. He's not shuffling. The guy on the left is shuffling his deck because he's searching his deck. The guy on the right is shuffling his hand. Yeah. Shuffling your hand is a good thing to do to like make sure your opponent doesn't have like, so they lose information so they don't know what you drew and like you're not playing the cards you just drew. It's also just like habit.
Yeah. Okay, so Green Sun Zenith for another Birchlore? No, he just had another Birchlore.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, this.
I think he's casting the Green Sun for 1.
Yeah. And it's going to get Spell Pierce, which this actually hurts Coleman a fair bit. Surprisingly enough, like Green Sun Zenith is just a lot of card advantage in Elves, mainly because you get to a point where you're just bouncing Elvish Visionary with Wirewood Symbiote and drawing back into the same Green Sun Zenith, which I'm sure we'll see soon.
Yeah. Interesting that the Reclamation Sage got dazed. Yes, untap is uncast. I mean, they're just going so fast.
Yep.
That's just because Coleman makes you play faster. All right, he's gonna try again. Green Sun for 1.
All right.
It resolves.
So this one is going to get
Wirewood Symbiote. All right. So the Wirewood Symbiote. Wirewood Symbiote.
the first time you play against elves, the only thing you'll do is read their cards. And if they're a nice person, they'll be in English. Hopefully.
Yeah. So Wirewood Symbiote lets you return an elf to untap another creature. You can only do that once.
Right. A key thing to note about this is that the return an elf is part of the cost. So Dylan can't respond with spot removal when Coleman blocks and bounces it, which is just a nightmare. And Quarian does the same thing with Dryad Arbor that just happened.
Yeah.
Because Dryad Arbor is return a forest, untap a runner.
Yeah. In Legacy, it's been known as Rug Delver, and it's just been really familiar. Lately, they call it Teamer.
No.
Wizards calls it Teamer, which is what that color combo is called. Yeah, but everyone knows it as Rug.
Yes, yeah. Rug Delver or Canadian Threshold, in my opinion.
Yeah. Why a Canadian Threshold?
Because Canadians built the deck originally.
Oh, okay.
And
interesting.
That name's fine.
Yeah, and Delver is in reference to Delver of Secrets. But it is this card.
Yay, Delver! So now we're just like in the mid-game grind portion of this matchup where Rug tries to dig for some spot removal, and Elves will eventually assemble Best Friend team, which is Wirewood plus Visionary, and then Elves kind of wins from there.
Yeah. And then Delver flips into this.
Booga booga booga.
Based on a book, I think it's called Metamorphosis.
Is that what that card's based off of?
Yeah, it's a story of a man who turns into a giant cockroach.
Huh. Interesting.
Something like that.
I guess that makes sense based on what Innistrad was around. Just like a bunch of horror-themed stories.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I did not know that. I actually have the Grand Prix Seattle Delver playmat.
Yeah, that mat's so cool. I wish I had it. Just because, like, I wish I had it and I wish I played Delver. Because every time I'd flip a Delver, I'd flip playmat. I would. Every time.
Yeah. I have it signed by the artist and by Jacob Wilson. So...
Yeah.
So Bolt came down and hit the Wirewood, which...
Nothing can bounce the Wirewood because it's neither an elf nor a forest.
Yep.
And the goose is loose.
Yep. So now Dylan is starting to gain some ground. Coleman can't really just like stonewall the ground forever now.
I don't think Coleman plays the version that gets like I don't think he plays Natural Order. I don't think
is he on Chaos Elves?
I'm not sure.
Okay. Okay, Chaos Elves it's a bit of a different ballgame. I don't quite know all the details, but my basic understanding of it is that they don't run Natural Order in favor of running more Rurik Thars and Crater Hoofs, and you just Green Sun Zenith into stuff more.
Yeah.
Like, I think it just, like... I want to say it gives the deck more velocity, but I honestly don't know very much.
I think... I prefer the version that plays... The version that plays Natural Order is kind of weak to counter spells, because if you you have to sack a dude.
Yeah.
Whereas the one that just... You tap your dudes to cast Rurik Thars.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Yep.
Yeah. So, Coleman needs to draw something. He's just drawing lands. I think he has a Cradle in hand. Yep, there's a Cradle and there's an Arbor.
Ryston and Linen. So yeah, that makes sense. If you're subbing in Decays over like Natural Orders, that's fine. The deck is like really good even without the Natural Orders.
Yeah.
Like usually Elves has
he's one like top deck away from like regaining the game.
Who, Dylan or
Coleman? Well, kind of both.
Yeah. Coleman has definitely gained a bit of ground with the death right now, because now he has something to funnel his Korean untaps into, which becomes more apparent if he gets another land out.
He does have. There's the natural order. All right, he's
Okay.
got a cradle and he's got a natural order.
So, and do we know how many cards Dylan has? 1 or 2?
I believe he has. It looks like 1.
Yeah. So,
I think Coleman's only hope is to slam the natural order.
so let's see here. Coleman has potentially
The artwork on these cards is in fact dated. They're very old.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9 in, I think. So he can definitely like play around Spell Pierce.
So he has 5 mana currently, or he has. Well, I guess he didn't tap it.
So
Okay. Or he has some mana floating. He's casting a natural order. What does he get? Crater Hoof. All right. Yep. Okay.
All right.
He Crater Hoofs and for the win.
Yep.
So what just happened was Coleman cast a natural order for those the newer ones among us.
Yep. Which is like a fair man's show and tell.
Sacrifice a green creature, search the library for a green creature put on the battlefield is what he did. And he grabbed a Crater Hoof Behemoth, which is a big dude that kills dudes. And so he pumped all those dudes, gave them all plus, I think, either +4, +4, and +5, +5, and then attacked all of them.
Yep. He had 4 creatures out, so he got a total of +16 trample damage, and then an additional 8
Coming in
combat.
Yeah. Man, I love Crater Hoof Behemoth. He's so good.
Yep.
It's like there's a lot of times where it's just like where decks just have a hard time winning the game.
Yeah.
Crater Hoof is so good at making the game end,
Yeah.
and I think it's a really important card.
Like that whole block put so many new decks on the map in Legacy, and that's about when I got in. I got in somewhere between like Avacyn Restored and Gate Crash, and like Elves used to run Regal Force. Where I was like, I'm gonna natural order. I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna draw a bunch of cards and pass the turn.
Yeah.
And let you go on to doing whatever it is you were doing. But now it's like, oh, I'm gonna natural order, and I'm just going to like trample all over you, and you're just like, you're gone, and that's it.
Yeah. Elf Ball and just.
Yeah. Yep. So,
I gave Reanimator got Gristlebrand.
Yeah, Grizzlebrand was.
Grizzle Daddy.
He was a mistake.
Yeah. Should have cost 7 mana.
Right. That's the problem.
Yeah. He really should have.
Just the 777s.
You know, if he cost straight 7 black mana, I would have been happy.
Yeah.
But instead, he cost 8 mana, and he did 7, like 7 other times.
Yeah. So Dylan has a Ponder, which isn't ideal.
Yeah.
Looks like it was 3 lands, but I guess he kept, so he was land light. Coleman has a Death Ray. Hopefully this gets dazed.
Yeah.
Or killed the next turn. And it didn't.
He's gonna get bolted.
Oh, okay.
Or no, he's just gonna play a Glyph.
So, like, I personally really, I guess that's fine. Like, Tempo, you have this inner dilemma whenever you play it, and it's, do you want to be setting back your opponent, or do you want to be advancing your board state? And if you're doing the first without having somebody to beat down on them, then you're still not doing anything. So, like, playing the Glyph is right.
Yeah.
But now Coleman just shoots ahead.
I think, yeah, Coleman, if this doesn't get countered, Coleman is probably going to win. Howdy, Spammy V.
it could also be maybe Dylan's playing the long con and just has the whatchamacallit, just has the rough and tumble in hand.
Yeah.
And just like wants to get value. But so now Coleman has
He's got two
green mana
yeah.
floating.
Green Sun for 1. And that's what gets and he's gonna pay it.
That got dazed. Okay.
And he's gonna pay the one with the. He's gonna untap the Death Right and exile his land.
Okay.
Using the Wirewood Symbiote.
This deck is very confusing to follow if it's the first time.
I think Elves has like a lot of so many moving parts and so many lines, and it takes a lot to learn how to play Elves.
Yeah, I've definitely been drained by Deathrite 8 times, or no, was it? It was like 4 times at the end of one turn, and it was the same Deathrite. It wasn't multiple.
Right.
It's just the same Deathrite, getting some freebies off of a Quarian Ranger and a Wirewood Symbiote.
I think this is the game though.
Yeah, this is pretty bad.
Because he does have natural order.
So he's going to play the old force check game. And Dylan says Fluster. Ooh, okay. Okay, that's solid.
2 spells have been cast this game?
Yeah.
Or this turn?
Yeah.
So
I'm pretty sure. So return that elf, untap Deathrite, eat something. Return that elf, untap Deathrite, eat something. Go grab Crater Hoof.
Yeah.
Swing in for.
That is because the Wirewoods don't tap, correct?
Right. The Wirewoods just.
They'll get +4/+4. Oh, that's just a Progenitus instead.
Which.
He's gonna
attack
get
for
it
2. I think. Doesn't Crater Hoof kill from there? So the trigger.
Crater Hoof would have given +4/+4, and so it would have been a 9/9 attacking with 2 5/5s. So it would have been 19 damage.
But. Rug Delver can't beat that though from 1.
I think.
Rug Delver can't beat a 5/5.
Well, Coleman. Rug Delver probably can't also beat a 10/10.
Yeah.
With protection from everything. Yeah. Progenitus is just more fun.
Okay, alright. It's more fun. Like, Coleman just wanted to have this giant Avatar Hydra thingy.
He also has the best art, the one by Jamie Jones. Jamie Jones does fog really, really well. Yeah, the other one's just like exploding heads.
I haven't seen the other art, I don't think.
Yeah, let's see. And Coleman takes it into. Oh, I guess not. Oh.
Alright.
Well, let's. That was the
finals.
finals.
Go see if there's another match or.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hi everyone, it's pretty late. We're going to go see if there's another match left. That was the finals. So yeah. Yay! Thank you, Elspeth, for subscribing. Oh man, it really means a lot to us. Tomorrow we're going to see the effects of all of these subscriptions. We haven't really done anything with them, and we're finally going to do that. TJ's coming in with some new tech. Yeah. A new microphone. TJ, tell them what they've won. Yeah, Coleman's pretty good, especially at the decks he plays. It's fine. Anytime. We understand that not everyone can sub all the time, and just whatever. Yeah, it means a lot. Just whatever you can. Like follows help too. Also, just telling people, say, hey, if you want to watch a pretty alright stream, just some guys at a store playing Magic, And yeah, we should let people know. That's the most important, is letting people know. Because it really means a lot.
So, currently everyone is in the middle of a game.
That is totally fine. Yeah.
Which,
Hmm.
I kind of really want to play Magic.
If you want to go jam some Legacy, you can go for it.
Okay.
Thank you, Zeus, for the follow. It really means a lot to us.
I'll see if I can convince Coleman to take one
Yep.
for the team and swap.
Thank
with
you,
me.
Chris, for joining. I know you're new. If you'd like, we do our best to try to help people follow along, and it means a lot that you follow us. And I think out of a lot of streams, like we're one of the only ones that does paper Magic, and we're definitely one of the more interactive, friendly, because we're a local gaming store, and all we want to do is we want to help people. We want to be a part of the community and do good things for the community. So yeah.
Apparently tagging in.
Coleman's tagging in.
Hi! Do you like that Progenitus?
It was kind of like why didn't he just get Crater Hoof? It was almost lethal, and it's like, well, because James was mentioning, it's like, well, he's just like.
I mean, he can't. I don't think he can beat a
Delver
Progenitus.
can't come back from one, and it's like, well, Delver can't come back from Progenitus, so.
Yeah, like that's kind of what it was. He was. I think he might have lived at like 3, but like it was
1. Because
Yeah.
you had 4.
Oh, it
days.
was 1.
Yeah,
Okay.
and your 1 wants to get +4 +4.
Yeah,
So yeah, we've just been.
that's probably.
We be
a little bit
jamming, man.
better. I think James said he wants to play an exhibition match,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
I think they're down there.
Well, thanks, Alcasu. We really appreciate it. We do our best. The guy who does the bestesses is out.
Yeah, he's right there in the chat, actually directly under you.
Yeah, we
pretty
are budget in terms of not as good as the real deal, but yeah.
Also, Mariners won today.
Oh yeah, Mariners won.
So, for all of you keeping score out there, please don't, because then I'm going to get sad. Because I know their record, and it's not very,
Oh yeah.
not very good.
Do you want to?
I think Dylan's actually the opponent, and yep,
They're there.
yep.
All right.
Yeah, I know. Okay, that's what you're playing. I wanted to make sure.
Am I right?
Yep. Could tell from like 3 cards. Perfect.
I can tell because it's him.
That's, I guess, also true.
You are.
True enough. That is me.
There we go. Ah.
Turned into me right there.
And there we go. All right. Well, now that it's changed, we're gonna go down. And oh man, we're already in.
So we've got Delver of Secrets coming down,
is
and
it-
the top's gonna get dazed.
Is he playing? Okay, I guess he is playing Storm.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was gonna say I'm also a lifelong Mariners fan. I agree. So attack by that. Gonna put James to 15. He's gonna draw, I believe, a second Cabal Therapy. Yep.
Cabal Therapy is exactly what he wants in this matchup. It's the perfect. It's like exactly what he wants because it's the force check, but also his hand doesn't do anything. Yeah.
I'll also. Oh, hi Paige. What's up? Didn't know you actually had a Twitch account.
Yeah, it's Techno Squirrel.
That makes a lot of sense now that I think about it. Huh. It's pretty funny.
Hi, I'm also not Coleman. Yeah.
Got him.
So, yeah, James has a whole lot of do nothing in his hand.
He has a whole lot of do nothing, but a whole lot of ways to do it.
Right.
So, looks like we're just gonna bolt the face.
Yeah, bolt his face. Like,
And we're gonna draw. Those therapies are actually really awkward. I think he wants to fire him off. He only wants to fire him off after when he's going off because he knows about the wasteland.
yeah.
Ponder gonna look at 3. What do we find? Tarn, Brainstorm, or no, Stifle. Sorry. Ooh, Stifle's great.
Yeah.
Stifle is probably the thing he's gonna name. more than Force of Will blind.
Especially after we've seen Dylan. This is his 4th time now. And he's all the stifles and mongooses.
I was gonna say he didn't draw a stifle against me, or at least he didn't. I didn't see.
Yeah, that would have been really good against you.
That would have been very good. Also, that was the reason why I didn't get Curterhoof. Was stifle.
That makes sense. You can't stifle a Progenitus.
True.
Hey, Techno Squirrel, thank you for the follow.
Thanks, Paige.
We really appreciate it. We discount Sappy.
Oh, you were gonna bring this up again, Paige. We're gonna bring this up again. Okay.
Oh, Coleman, you excited? There's a new Malira piece.
I saw. I'm actually pretty excited for it, actually. But then again, I'm excited for a lot of things.
Yeah?
Yeah, like this matchup.
Whoa!
Got him!
You excited for legendary uncommons? You know the last set that had legendary uncommons, right?
I actually really liked the last set that did that.
It was historically a good set, which is not true. See, the thing about flipping Westvale Abbeys is that guy is so dies to push. Not really, he's indestructible. But dies to removal. Just bounce it.
Have you ever Caracas to that?
No, I've never gotten to Caracas it. Because I've gotten to flip it and attack with it.
Oh man, let me tell you about how many times you can Caracas something that took a lot of work into it.
Merit Lage tokens?
Yeah, Merit Lage tokens.
I've never actually got to use a Caracas outside of a cube.
True. Also, just want to point out there, that was literally the first time I had ever played Malirapod. That thing that that Technosquirrel was talking about.
Yeah.
So I actually didn't click in my head that my opponent had to stop making dudes at some point. I can just gain that much more life. I mean, it's not very excusable because this was in you know an old school PTQ top 8. So, but I'm just saying. But yeah, Dylan resolving this brainstorm.
I think that Dylan just has it on lock.
But we are gonna. Oh, yep.
He got the force, but
jump checked.
He's got a tutor.
He's got tutor and LED, so like he can go find probably Past in Flames.
Yeah, I guess actually no, he does have it.
Well, he doesn't have any rituals. That's the weird part.
He does no, that's just a therapy. I guess.
Yeah, and this Goyf I think is gonna a second LED.
That is just fine. What does Storm do? Storm is an old mechanic that is very broken. That is for each spell cast this turn, you copy that spell, and certain cards have.
Yeah, I was
going
to say we could actually pull up Tendrils of Agony.
And what he wants to do is cast this card.
Right here. Yeah, you see this mechanic says when you cast the spell, it's a trigger, crucially, so you can stifle this. I think that's what Dylan's looking to do. You copy it for each spell. So if you cast 5 spells before this, you get 5 copies. You cast 10 spells, you get 10 copies. Or 9 spells. Or
I like that it begins to explain Storm and then just links somewhere else.
Links off.
It's like ... Click
but also, crucially enough, 2 life is you can turn that into 20 life. So you just look to cast 10 spells and have your opponent lose 20 life. You gain 20 life.
Indeed, holy schnoodle.
Yeah, Storm is a very, very, very dumb mechanic.
They are never going to do it.
No, I'm glad. Because, like, what was it? Grape Shot is still good, and that only deals a point of damage.
Yeah.
And, I mean, Empty the Warrens is Empty the Warrens. The less we say about that, the better. So it looks like James is going to try to go off. We're going to cast 2 LEDs. And we are going to probably cast... Yeah, and we're...
Dora, are you calling me out and saying holy schnoodle?
I don't think I said anything weird, though.
No.
But we're going to see an activation of LED in response... Or a holding priority on the Infernal Tutor. Going to go turn that into actual Demonic Tutor.
Yeah, Aetherflux Reservoir is kind of like Storm.
Yeah, that's true. And looks like we are going to go get the Past in Flames. And I think this might be enough.
Yeah, it should be.
It's going to say... And if Dylan actually kept that stifle around, it's gonna be very awkward. Man, I don't know how to handle that.
I'd like Aetherflex Reservoir because it's a card that has Storm, but you have to cast it first instead of last.
I guess that's true. Oh. Oh no! He went for the draw card on the probe. He paid 2 life and he died.
That's actually really funny. All right.
Shouldn't have paid 2 life, man.
My outer was hitting a +3 at exactly 4 mana, down to 3 off of the ponder.
Still shouldn't have paid 2 life.
Well, hold on. Where's the on mod? Yeah, actually, it says mod user. Doro, I happen to wield a very mighty amount of power in this moment.
At this one moment.
I control the mouse.
You-
The mouse attached to the Geek Fortress. Unlimited power!
Power! Got him.
Oh, nice try. Yeah. So, sideboarding. I think that,
Unlimited power.
James pulls out,
I believe that a recipe, perhaps.
tell him that, outside notes aren't allowed.
I'm not gonna do.
No, we're kidding.
They get one. Oh, that might be a
The
list
shot
of
clock.
that might be a list of drills.
Yes.
To do for the match, perhaps 10 of them.
Do you think
What
that
was-
there should be a...
Is that Magus of the Will?
Yes. Oh, you don't know about
No, what?
Oh, man. He plays one of Magus of the Will, one of Shallow Grave.
At least play an Entomb.
That might actually be a command.
Oh, look at that. We're gonna actually have multiple people on the same account. That never goes poorly. So anyway, we're looking into game 2 here. Dylan, actually Rug Delver is a little bit favored in the matchup. Not especially, but a little bit. Oh, that's interesting. So yeah.
So he does... Okay, he plays... So something that he's doing that is a bit different. He's playing... this magic card. Magus of the Will. He never wants to cast it. I don't know how to explain this.
He wants to turn it into actual Yawgmoth's Will,
Which
not
is
as a
very strong.
facsimile of that. Which, I mean, Yawgmoth's Will is, in fact, banned in Legacy, so...
Yeah, which is why he... Yeah. And then he plays this card.
Yeah, it's just... I've also seen this card in some Tin Fins decks, and just getting Gristlebrand back for a turn. You don't need it for more than one turn. But looks like James is going to go get a basic island. Going to be pretty good against all of the wastelands in Dylan's deck. Hi.
What's up?
Report. Oh, right. I
One
wanted
and
to.
two.
Thanks.
My bad. So we're gonna see a pond. We're gonna see Therapy, Land, and Past in Flames.
Past in Flames is one of the best cards in the deck.
True, but you also never really want to draw it. You want to search for it. You never want to draw it. It's like Greater Hoof Behemoth. You never want to have it in your hand.
You know, it's not bad to have in your hand.
True, but like
It's just fine. It's especially fine when you have Lion's Eye Diamonds. You kind of just shortcut.
Yeah, that I guess that's true.
It's although shortcutting in Storm not usually the best thing because you do want to cast as many spells as possible.
Yeah, and also your opponent might have a bolt and kill you.
Oh, I should probably fix the life totals.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I don't think James starts at 2. Be quite the way to play Magic, but I don't think that's how it works. Ooh, and a Null Rod.
But it doesn't do anything.
Well, neither do 4 cards in James's hand. 3 cards, sorry. 4.
Oh, does he have double LED and a pedal?
And a pedal. Like, that's...
Rough
That is
stuff.
why you keep... that's why you board in Null Rod, because your opponent's going to be... Now he has no way to make his hand empty for the Infernal Tutor, other than by playing a card once per turn.
Lion's Eye Diamond is one of the most complicated Magic cards.
It's, Ooh, a Blind Name of Brainstorm. That's gotta be good.
Nice.
So James has got a Cabal Ritual, a land, and 3 Darksteel Relics. Gonna see an attack and and Dylan's gonna try to restrict James on mana even more. Oh, and a Goyf. This is not looking good for
Big ol'
Storm.
Goyf. The hardest part is the Null Rod, especially because it nullifies his hand.
Yeah, like this is.
He's got outs include things like Echoing Truth, and that's it.
I think Ad Nauseam is still an out.
That is true. He does play
And Hope.
Ad Nauseam.
Gonna go find probably an Underground Sea, perhaps or Basic Island. Oh, he's gonna get Volcanic Island.
Through Boldness Victory.
Interesting. Very interesting. He might...
Fortune favors the bold.
Oh, he's already got an Underground Sea in his hand. Right, never mind.
Yeah.
I was wondering why he would restrict himself on that, but... Oh,
the Delta.
Delta. Not
don't
what he's
do-
looking for.
No.
And we're gonna play probably the Delta. Gonna take
He's got a pass.
6 damage.
An important thing about the Magus of the Will.
What's that?
1, it blocks. 2, can sack Cabal Therapy. Also, is it 3-3 for 3?
I was gonna say it's 3/3. That's actually the most important part of this to me.
Yeah.
So, an attack for 6. 2-turn clock. James is actually dead next turn, so this is where we're going to see him try. And... Ooh! That's a card!
That's a card that's...
That is a card!
He can't, like...
We're going to get what?
He's going to play
10
all of his...
goblins?
Bolt, bolt.
I was going to say, I don't know what the storm count is on this. But we're going to make a lot of goblins.
5.
So it'd be 10 goblins.
Well, you can cast
Pedal, LED, Ritual, and Empty.
Yeah, I guess empty.
So get 10 goblins.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay, here we go. Null Rod. I mean, that is a Cabal Ritual.
Yep. And he does not have Threshold.
Oh, you don't really need Threshold here.
It helps.
See, Pedal.
Mm-hmm.
Pedal, or LED. LED.
Dylan gets to feel really good about his Null Rod.
Yep. And he's gonna face down 10
He's
goblins.
still dead to Bolt. Because there is a Flip Delver.
Well, he's dead in 2 turns anyway.
Yep.
So...
And it looks like Dylan... Flusterstorm it. He can keep 1.
True, he should have made him. He should have made. Dylan should have made James pay 1.
Hi, Chris.
What's up, Chris?
All right. Well, that was. Thank you, Red Coast.
It's not as easy saying names when you're on that side, is it?
It's the chair. Man, TJ, I forgive you.
Yeah, that's
Or,
the chair. The chair makes it harder.
TJ, forgive me. I guess. Also, I forgive you.
Forgive me, Senpai.
Yeah.
So yeah, we saw
that was a funsy match. Dylan got that in 2.
Yeah, as it's a pretty It's a pretty good matchup for Rug Delver, Stifles,
transition and
and all that stuff.
blam.
Oh, man.
You were also forgiven. No, they were playing for fun. That was game 2.
That was game 2, yeah.
Yes, because it's an instant.
Also, I don't think Unearth gives it haste.
Let's find out.
I think Unearth just puts it into play. Nope, not gonna work up here.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm sure. I was gonna say, we do have access to...
Nope, skipping it. We can watch some sideboard. Yep, doesn't give him haste. Also, casting cost 3 or less. Interesting.
Oh, yeah.
But no, in the haste.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't think it actually gets
That was
haste.
the last. That was after the last round, actually.
Yeah, that was just an exhibition match.
That was a bonus match.
Yeah, we only had 4 rounds tonight. I'm not gonna say a low turnout because legacy low turnouts are no one shows up. But you know, not as big. We don't have 5 rounds like we did for the last couple weeks.
Yeah, I think it's time to call it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have to go home and go to bed. So, thank you all for coming. We really appreciate you coming out. Our Casual Friday. TJ should be back tomorrow, I believe, with some new stuff. And, like, a new microphone, new setup, and all that. And we look forward to you guys joining us. We'll be modern.
Yeah, in, what, 19 hours?
That's not that many.
No, it really isn't.
Yeah. Well, whether it's good morning, good afternoon, good night, or anything else in between,
Yeah.
the things that TJ says.
Sorry, I'm just going to... You can continue that.
Host Odd Stevens.
Host Odd Stevens, MTG. We will do that for you specifically, TJ. Odd Stevens incoming.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have anything else to say before we head off?
I'm very tired. I woke up at 6 a.m.
Yeah. Oh, that's sweet.
Demigod
Oh, yeah, that's
control.
happening. Okay. Yeah, Todd Stevens is, when you're over there, if you haven't hit that follow button, hit that follow button. He's awesome. Yeah, I don't really have anything else. He's awesome. You guys are all awesome. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
Yeah.